No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
What the ink is they use for hand stamps at high school basketball games, but I scrubbed this thing so hard this morning and I still have a wolf print on my wrist.
Oh, the mark of the wolf, huh?
You know, it's funny. I was talking to a kid at a game last night, kid and wife, and now you have to pay to go. Like that's a thing now. You have to pay to go because it.
I know the coach.
That's what I was trying to say. My daughter is literally conducting the band. My son is playing in game 2, and my wife is coaching game 1.
That's great.
Any chance?
Wait, what do you mean you have to pay now?
You have to pay to go in.
You never did?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, when I say now, I mean as opposed to when we were in high school. You paid?
I didn't pay. I was playing.
Well, other people paid?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. I mean, for playoffs. Playoffs, you sometimes would pay. I don't remember paying at Mariloma or Rio. Just saying.
Chris, I was playing, but I felt like people paid. I thought there was like a little.
One of my friends ran into the table one time during.
Yeah, I felt like that's what I was thinking. Chris, there was a table with people sitting there and like that little flip up money change box or whatever that thing was.
Maybe I'm just out of touch.
Maybe your team just wasn't good enough.
Maybe you didn't.
That is true. I did not finish.
Wow,
that was. Hold on, I got it.
No, let's keep it on.
Wait, what? How long would people like right now? Like I'm looking at the number we have listening, but if I just did this, wait, what? And so how long would people like right now? We have the reverb. I'm looking at the number we have.
I think they'd go the whole show.
But if I just did this, anyone would go the whole show.
There'd be like 3.
I know this. He wouldn't last.
No,
he wouldn't. Chris wouldn't last. Good morning.
Good morning.
So
what's going on in that computer? There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there is. I think it's got a virus. It's got that flu that's going around.
Oh, bird flu.
No, I don't want to restart at all. Yeah. So
wait? I'm sure the band was good.
Yeah, band was great.
How did Melissa's team do?
They won. It was senior night.
Salisbury.
They made a big tunnel. Parent and player tunnel for the girls, and then the girls did for the boys, and the seniors would come out, and there was a MC or PA
MC
guy.
was there?
MC was there. Yes, as Matt, he was not banned. Thought the whole thing was
totally different
just
ceremony.
a cash grab, and it was cool because they'd be like, "Hey, here's Jason Ross, senior Jason Ross." Parent
for the 3rd time.
Parent message. Jason's a great guy, and we love him. And good luck on your adventures.
Oh,
at
the
UC
MC
Davis.
would read this.
Yeah, they had note cards, and good luck on your adventures in college. Coach comments. Jason's a hard worker. He's always got a great attitude, and he's a glue guy on the team. And his teammates say, amongst other things, Jason really enjoyed all those times in front of the mirror doing our hair together. LOL. Hey, try not to grow that beard out too much. Love that hoodie, and something like that. And then Jason Ross.
Yeah.
Really clapping. So they do all that.
Nothing embarrassing.
I was looking for it, nothing, because I know when Mason is a senior, we're 100%.
Yeah.
Like, we just got done with Avery's senior ad.
You got that in?
We did get, yes, we got it. Yeah, made a phone call.
Okay.
Got it in.
Man, I'm out of cash.
Yes.
This guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Pays to know people.
But we decided to we compromise because I have always my whole thing is like the senior ad is to embarrass my daughter. That's the whole point. That's why we're paying to embarrass the kid. And then my wife say, Kimmy,
Set the screen.
and so I always wanted to make a reference to when because I also have the picture, and it's not like a dirty, well, it is literally a dirty picture, but it's her in her crib standing up and smiling, and it looks like she has face paint on, and there's all kinds of paint on the wall behind her crib. And of course she reached into her diaper, and it's one of my favorite memories of her. Now that it's later, because it wasn't my favorite memory then, because it was like 1 a.m. and we had to get her in the shower.
War paint.
It was not great, dude. But now, so it's a great picture. And, want to say something like, hey, Avery, always, an artist, even when you were a baby, here's to, So my wife nixed that. New York nixed
You're
it.
always number 2 to us.
Exactly. That was the whole theme. So, nope.
No chance.
No, come on. Nope. We're trying it again. Gavin Maloof, one-armed Gavin. Gonna balance him nice. See if we can last the whole show. So the compromise is it's like it's a picture of all of us, and she's like 4. It's a cute family photo. And then we say all the great things, and then I get to say something like, what did I say? It was like from finger painting to trumpet playing, you've always been creative. Hope that continues. It was something like that. I don't know. I wrote it down, but that's what I got reduced to, was a reference only we will get. So I would, for other people that are involved in any way in high school sports, they have like snack bars vary. There's like full on snack bars, and then there's like a table with stuff on it that, the parents go out and buy. And we've done that where like you get like the big Sam's Club bags of chips, boxes of chips with the little individual bags, and you sell the bag. It's fun. It's all fundraiser. It's all
The ones that say do not resell.
probably. We're breaking the law.
Upsell.
And last night they have like candy. It's not a health kick. Candy. There might be a granola bar in there. Stacks of like boxes of Costco pizza, much like our station meetings.
Where's the food, dude?
So you got cheese and pepperoni. But last night, there was, and I'm saying this because it's exactly how it was quoted to me. There was a Filipino grandma that decided to help with the fundraising, and there was just an entire tub of fresh homemade lumpia. Is right, Jason. There's a picture there. That's because I was combining them because it was, you get 5 lumpia for $3.
Okay.
Yep. So I gave him a 10 and said, let's get started. So keep the dollar. You
But I know
round
you're
up.
a snacker too. I know that ended up being snacks. Did you get the other stuff?
Well, as the night, here's the thing. I started out with 15 lumpia, and I just housed those bastards, man. Oh, it was so great. And I
15.
well, so because it's 5 in each thing. So I wasn't looking. I would have told them,
hungry, all right?
dude, 100%. And I was really hungry. And this is a long night.
he's a big boy.
So I'm over there on one of them riser benches, and they gave me 3. This is such a fat ass move. They gave me 3 tubs, the little cardboard tubs with 5 lumpia, and then about a half full little paper ramekin of the sweet sauce they have, the whatever sauce. So I dump my 2 other lumpias to make one big pile of lumpia,
And you sauced in the others.
and then the sauce I poured in. So it was
like a little boat.
that's exactly, it's a boat. That's what I was looking for. A boat of lumpia with the sauce. And so you'd have loved it because I'm over there. I'm on the bench. I got my stuff laid out, and And the thing is like,
Are these seats taken? Yes.
They are by my Olympia,
Right.
ma'am. You can use your walker and get over to the. So no, there was nobody in front of me, so I had a little tray, but it's below you. So the first one, I dip the lumpia in, and then I try to, what are you doing? You're like off the edge to get the excess. What do you
Scrape?
Scrape?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
scrape it so it wouldn't drip. Excuse me. And I go to eat it, and on the way, drip, right? So I'm like, oh, this isn't going to work, right? So
On the pants, on the shirt?
I was on the pants.
Okay.
So the rest of the time, I go left hand lumpia, right hand bowl of sauce, and I'm just chomp, sip,
Oh,
chomp. Which, guess what? Didn't drip anything.
yeah.
It was clean
You were
as.
drinking the sauce.
Well, I was sipping.
Oh.
Wow, I hated that.
I was sipping the sauce, and that way, by the way, I can get. The lumpia is so thick that the amount of sauce that sticks to the outside of the lumpia is not enough sauce, in my opinion. So I could sip the perfect sauce to lumpia ratio. And as you know, lumpia is very healthy.
Yes.
So I housed 15 lumpia in about 5 minutes, right?
You wouldn't catch Dirt and Sprague doing that.
No, they wouldn't do it. Was not a healthy evening. I think and then after my wife's game, they decided to take one of them banquet things of lumpia and put it in the back for the kids who apparently did not want lumpia. So my wife at one point goes, "Hey, nobody's touching that lumpia back there. Are you still hungry?" And I was like, "Sure."
I haven't had any.
She brings the banquet thing out to me with the little bottle of sauce, and it's like, have at it.
Are you drinking from the bottle?
And I'm like, no, that's gross.
And you're like, oh,
I'm classy.
got to save this for my guys in the morning.
No, because honestly, there was somewhere between 15 and 25 Olympia left,
So
right?
you couldn't possibly save them.
It would have been, honestly, I could have, but I didn't want to. Also, I was thinking of you guys because by the time I got the lumpia home a couple hours later, probably covered in disease. You have to have food safety. So
Thank you.
yes, exactly.
You're the real hero.
You are correct. So I think I had somewhere between 35 and 40 lumpia last night.
That was dinner.
That was dinner, and then dessert was grape high chews.
Excuse me?
The chewy. You ever had a high chew?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you said something completely
I
different.
did not know what you said.
Grape high chews? What does that even sound like?
I don't know.
Oh, you just thought it was like one word, like I had a grape high
Yes.
chew?
yeah.
A gray pie. Oh,
I don't know.
that's actually gross. Gray pie chew. That's not great. High chews. You ever seen those? Yeah. So they're just chewy little fruit, whatever.
Those.
Where?
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
more of a now and later guy.
know.
When do you have them?
Now.
Or
Sometimes
later. Yeah. Now and later's too.
Stick to the teeth.
Yeah. Not a fan. High chews are soft. And grape is fine. Cola is the best flavor.
Cola.
Cola high chews are fantastic. Grape high shoes.
Did
Anyways,
Mason win?
Mason won. And because my wife is a coach, she has like on the little app for all the San Joaquin section, whatever that she has administrator, whatever. So I traded phones with her because her phone, I can't figure out how to connect my phone to the doggy cam at home. So I had her phone out and I was on the doggy cam. We have this camera, I think I've told you, where we can give them a food and then we can talk to them and stuff. And Gus barks at it and then it flings food out. When I hit them, it goes boop, 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 and then it fires food and they freak out. And it's amazing. So I'm on that. And then I went and I found out in the San Joaquin app, because she has administrator control, I can actually update the score live of the game. So I was being a little scorekeeper last night.
Reporter.
I was it was like old school when I worked for the B for old Ricky Graham in the sports department doing the Agate. It brought back old memories, updated the scores.
Relad, 2 points.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to put that when coaches would call in and be like, okay, we won this, and this guy's led for Laud with this, and Ross with that, and 5 rebounds, and then you type it up. So overall, daughter was conducting the band, wife's team won, and then son's team won, and that clinched the I don't know what they're in, Division 27. They're a tiny division, but clinched they won the title. Now they go to section, and then at the
I'm freaking jacked.
proud papa moment here, but look who's cutting down the net.
Nice.
Look who's cutting down the net. Little ginger boy right there, cutting down the net. Then they had their big moment there. 1, 2, 3. It was like 1, 2, 3 Wolves, 4, 5, 6 family. I've never heard the double count before, but that was great. And then look at the firstborn conducting the band while the kids were cutting down the nets. Yes, I'm bragging. It was a nice night.
That's cool.
Wait, this is going to sound bad now. Is like cutting down the nets a normal thing in high school?
I wouldn't know.
I've never heard of that.
Well,
we played our games at Mather, so it would have been like, hey, get the hell away from our nets.
Well, and
We had
our
chain nets.
yeah, I was gonna say we're out there with bolt cutters and all that. Lastly, oh God, we're way ahead. Sorry, or way behind. Sorry. Also want to thank the world, karma, whatever deity you believe in, because I was the last one to leave the house. My wife and daughter came home, changed, and then went to the school, and I left about a half hour later. I was on the phone out back, right? I come inside, I realize, wow, something's weird because I'm not getting mauled by our animals. And I start looking for it, and our front door is wide open. I start walking around, puppies, hello, treats. Nowhere to be found, dude. Had to leave the street, turn left, walk down that street, turn left, walk down that street. They were frolicking at the school, the little elementary school, like 2 blocks away. Wow. First off, thank you, whoever controls.
2 of the 3?
3 of the 3. They were like, it was like a little Nacho went with them. Nacho 100%.
Follow me to freedom.
Dude, that's exactly what it was. Shout
hey,
out
homeboys,
Charlie.
let me show you something.
That's right. They're just by themselves running around free. And then I had to, because I didn't have a leash with me because I was freaking out. I had a sweatshirt on, kind of like this, a hoodie. I had to put Nacho in the pocket in front, and then I've got both Gracie and Gus.
That guy's
like
stealing
this.
dogs.
Dude, seriously, man. But the whole thing is like, how did that even happen? They should have. Oh man, I freaked out whenever I was like, we almost had a really, really bad night. Like, dogs should be gone, and they're little Frenchies. Like those dudes get kidnapped and sold on the Frenchie market or whatever. Gus could have been halfway to wherever right now on one of them little trains, like wherever they take the dogs. Yeah, looking through his little cup, going across the bars. Anyways, we'll take a break. Good morning.
Good morning.
Jim Les is going to join us at 6:44. Shawn Salisbury's, like I said, Shawn Salisbury, final appearance.
It's the final appearance.
He tells us he will be on at 8:13. We
does.
believe him. That's what he said yesterday. And Kayte Christensen. Kayte will join us at 9. Katie Lauren Christensen from Alturas, California. We'll take a break. We'll come back leading off next. But first, like the energy in the building yesterday, there is energy in your home, energy everywhere. But here's why I'm not going to talk about American Energy right now, because it's Hoblet time. Yeah. This could be one of those shows, isn't it? I think part of it too is I fell asleep last night. I couldn't sleep. I fell asleep at 11:30, which is like at least an hour later than I normally do, and no nap yesterday. And my sister is joining my brother-in-law in Fort Myers, Florida. So I had to drop her off at 3:30 a.m., which meant a 3 a.m. wake-up call. This might be a loopy show, and I'd like to apologize or say you're welcome.
Lupia. I
am under the influence of Lupia. Let's talk about my friends at Hoblet, because they're under the influence of giving you insane deals on their vehicles. I don't know how they're in business. I don't know how they make any sort of a profit. Let me give you an example, because it's the President's Day sales event going on right now. First off, they have over 220 vehicles available under $20,000. You got the brand new Hoblet certified pre-owned super center in historic downtown Woodland. And then the Hoblet Ram Truck Center with all the brand new trucks, like the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. You can save $16,000 off MSRP. How about $17,300 off MSRP on hard-to-find new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500s, starting as low as $39,995. Here's the thing about Hoblet. They're discounting off MSRP even on the vehicles everybody wants, while other dealers are marking up. Also, it's true pricing at HobletDodge.com if you go on the website. The price you see is the price you pay. It's not like, oh, I got this great deal for $22,000, but it's $32,000 once I get down there for everything. Well, I ran out of time, didn't I? There's so much to talk about with Hoblet. I'm so excited. Go to HobletDodge.com. Find the vehicle that works for you. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
On the move?
Next.
Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Kings have a 5-point lead of 119-114. Malik Monk will put it in play from the near sideline. Does so to Levine. Levine matches up with Murphy on the left wing. Enters now to DeRozan. They clear out that side and let Debo go to work. At the moment, only one defender. Now he digs to a double team, turns, launches, scores! DeRozan. 121-114 Sacramento. Finally, double figures for Debo. He has 11 points.
Well, the Sacramento Kings are back in action tonight. Good old New Orleans, Louisiana. What if they're at the point where, like, I wonder if they actually, I'm not saying go out to Bourbon Street and get hammered, but, like, they got to New Orleans some point yesterday.
Yeah.
They go to the gumbo shop, Dookie Chase experience, or are they just in the hotel?
Go get there and get the ball there.
Well, that was live audio, so
that's a good point.
Yeah.
I guess we can ask Katie.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys.
Katie worked on taxes.
Katie 100% stayed in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's either going to be room service or she went to like a little diner across the street.
See, you and I, like if we were traveling with the team, this would be one of our favorite stops. Over the past, I remember Grant, I don't think Jerry liked it either. Like, there's a lot of people that didn't.
Grant hated New Orleans.
G-Man's like mid on it.
How is he mid? How is G-Man mid?
You know what? Maybe I don't know that I've asked G-Man about New Orleans.
It's the food.
But I know the other guys didn't like it. Grant and Jerry did.
Grant hated it. Grant hated. I think New Orleans and Memphis were the two he hated.
Yeah,
he
Memphis.
Hated
Memphis, and a lot of people say about Sacramento too.
Yeah, really.
I've heard.
Yeah,
as
that
far
makes
as stops.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's a great city.
If you and I were on oh my God, it would be amazing. We get there yesterday, unpacking the hotel. Hey, meet you at the restaurant in a few. Boom, eating. Maybe a nice walk. Maybe walk over to the
Let's go eat again.
Let's go. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Give me a caramel apple or something. Let me walk the streets.
Yeah. How great of a town it is. You guys aren't even partiers and love it so much.
Love it.
Right.
And we don't drink.
Yeah, we don't even take advantage of what it's probably most known for.
We could go to Pat O'Brien's, get a hurricane.
That's fine.
No need.
Yeah.
No need. We could
go.
I'll go too.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
I never checked. Do they have Virgin Hurricanes? They have to.
They have to.
With the big old Pat O'Brien glasses. Walk down the street. Maybe get up in the morning. You know what I'm going to do? I'll be a tourist. I'll get some beignets.
Yeah.
Maybe not at Cafe Du Monde with the line, depending on how the line is.
It's usually not too bad.
It's usually not too bad. And then, before we head to the game, let's head over to not Central Grocery. Let's head over to Frank's, right past Central Grocery where there's no line. How about we split a muffaletta?
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Got to bring one back for Chris.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. I told myself next time I go there, I'm going to ask them if I can actually buy a loaf, not a loaf, but like a pack of muffaletta bread. Because that's the thing you can't reference. That's the one thing you get. Yeah. You can even get, if I could just bring home, because I know they sell the olive tapenade.
Yeah.
So if I could just bring home the bread and the tapenade, I could make homemade muffalettas.
Yeah. Next time I go, which I was hoping this
was a trip. Next time I go.
I think it's in June.
Yeah.
You want the Frisbee that I brought back, Chris, and the freeze bag. What was it, Chris? Like the
vacuum seal.
Vacuum seal.
You know,
and it was just massive.
I don't
I do.
Thank you, because that worry, like, dude, that's a long time for a sandwich to be out in the open.
I was pretty good. I bought it as late as I could.
Yeah.
So let's say it was like if it would have been today and I was traveling tomorrow morning,
Mm-hmm.
I got it like this afternoon, vacuum sealed it, and then was here.
I forget. Do you like muffulettas, right? Or no?
Yeah, it's a strong sandwich though. I was thinking I'm going to absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the what's olive tapenade.
The olive tapenade.
There's something on there that I'm like,
you're not a fan of.
I like everything that's in it, but there's something that I'm like, I don't know what didn't make me love it.
I'll do you one better if you would. Instead of that, and I don't think this shouldn't be any more work, I would hope. I don't want to break. Hit up hit a place up and see if you can't get. I'll Venmo you. Get a jar of the tapenade and see if you can't get a pack of the bread.
Okay.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
And then I'll go get all the stuff.
Right.
And I'll
you can make your own.
because it's not a hard set. It's really not. There's not a lot of technique to it.
No,
it's just
all
the
meats and then like one cheese.
And I know the meats, and I know the meats. I know the cheese. They're readily accessible. Mortadella, you have to, but that's fine. Go to Cordy Brothers, and I'll make us, and then I'll leave the tapenade off of your part because all I need you need one muffaletta for the three of us.
Oh yeah, easily.
We have the meat.
We do.
Okay.
Kings play tonight in New Orleans, and we'll have all the coverage for you at Sacktown Sports. Cut number 2, please. Okay, no cut number 2. We went too long. Thanks, Jason.
My bad.
We will. Cut number 2 would have been the unrest in Dallas. By the way, it's not like there's like a war going on. I'm just saying fan anger. Yeah, kind of. This is an interesting story to follow. It's really an interesting story to follow. The fallout, if you would, from the Luka Doncic trade, and it is a bad time to be connected to that organization. So we'll talk a little bit about that at 7 a.m. Jim Les, UC Davis head coach, is going to join us at 6:44. When we come back, though, Kings Pelicans tonight, and a little standings watch next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopiers.com.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Elk Grove Honda reports that Honda has earned 3 coveted 2025 Car and Driver 10 Best Awards for the 3rd year in a row, honoring the Honda Civic, Honda Accord, and Honda CR-V. Honda Accord wins for a record 39th time. You can see and drive all the new 2025 award-winning models at Elk Grove Honda and see why Honda cars and trucks continue to impress the critics. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Hi, welcome to Staples. Hi, I hear Staples can print it all for my business. Oh, if you can think it, Staples can print it and will beat any print quote. Oh, great. I'm thinking new brochures and yard signs. No problem. I'm thinking calendars, t-shirts, and pens. Totally. I'm thinking Staples is the place for printing. I thought you might think that.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you from a good friends at American Energy. Look, it's already cold outside. It's only going to get colder. American Energy wants to help you stay warm and make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of the $49 tune-up inspection. Normally $119, $49 right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, yeah, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Okay, guys, who is done with their Valentine's Day shopping? What are you waiting for? Stop putting off your Valentine's Day shopping and go to Prestigio Jewelers today.
She's right. Prestigio Jewelers has everything you need for Valentine's this year. And you're approved guaranteed. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy? 6 months proof of income guarantees you a credit line of $400 to $10,000. Time is running out. Make this a Valentine's Day she'll never forget. Visit one of our showrooms today or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Hey, Marvel comic fans, the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento is now serving adult beverages. This week, get ready for Captain America, Brave New World, the IMAX experience. The best place to immerse yourself in Marvel comic action is on the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen with heart-pounding audio.
You asked for me. Here I am. Captain America, caught without his wings.
You want me? Come and get me! Get your tickets early at IMAX.com/Sacramento. And don't miss Captain America, Brave New World, playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Drapes, Kyle Draper. As the proud sponsor of the Sacramento Kings Mop Crew, Alsco Uniforms offers certified hygienically clean lab coats, scrubs, bed linens, towels, floor mats, and an array of mops tailored for your healthcare facility. Our services include convenient delivery to your doorstep. Leading the way in healthcare laundry services in Northern California, discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Go to alsco.com to learn more. Again, that's alsco.com.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Dwayne says in the chat, and good morning to everybody in the chat, give us a Valentine's Day present of an hour of no sports.
Who asked that, Dwayne?
Dwayne.
Wow.
I got to think Dwayne's the minority. We try, look, get the AD.
It will be a Friday.
That it will, and you won't be here.
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah, if Jason's not here and it's Friday and it's Valentine's Day, oh my God, what if we spent an hour and we didn't do any sports, but it was like, what if we did one of them hokey, like I used to do on rock radio back in 2000 when I was a quad? It'd be like, what's your worst Valentine's Day story? Am I the...
Why do you have to talk like that?
I don't know. Everyone's all like that.
We're going to call someone's ex-girlfriend.
The show
You've been pranked.
The show I used to be on was the Shawn and Jeff morning show that I used to be on, that I would produce, which meant I answered phones. And they had some people remember this. They had one of their literally most popular segment was called Wiener Wednesday. It truly was. It was called Wiener Wednesday. And don't be children, everybody. It was called Wiener Wednesday. And the whole thing was like, who's the wiener? Like, so somebody'd call in and usually be some girl, and she'd be like, I told my husband not to get any Valentine's Day gifts. And we didn't get any gifts, but I got him a card, and he didn't get me a card.
Shut the screen!
Exactly. And I got mad at him, and now he's mad at me for getting mad at him because he thought, don't get anything. But I was like, a card isn't really a present, and how could you not think of me? Who's the wiener? And then they'd all discuss who the wiener was. And then if the guy was the wiener, then they'd call the guy on the air and be like, you're a wiener.
Got him.
Do that. Mount Rushmore of rom-coms. Now they're throwing ideas out.
That's trouble.
When Harry Met Sally.
You see that commercial? Super Bowl?
Yes. Depends. Do we count Bull Durham as a rom-com? Because if you,
I wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't.
That's
a
interesting.
Strong argument. Second half of that movie is
Can it be a rom-com and a sports movie?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's a sports-themed rom-com.
Was
but
Jerry Maguire a sports movie?
I think Jerry Maguire is also a rom-com.
Yeah. But is it a sports movie?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. I think they're both sports-themed. Hell, you could make an argument. It wasn't
most sports movies.
Yeah, exactly.
The Natural.
I mean, The Natural was. You could make an argument Field of Dreams was, but it was the love of the game.
Yeah.
But that's stupid.
You can make an argument for Major League 2.
Sandlot.
Okay. One last question, and then we'll move on, because this has always been kind of an internal argument, and I know you guys are going to make fun of this. Have you all seen Lord of the Rings? You haven't seen Lord.
You want me to call Matt George? That's
have you seen Lord of the Rings?
I know you like
Chris?
Harry Potter.
You've seen it, right?
I saw the first one.
Okay, so well, I have this argument that Lord of the Rings at its base is a love story between Sam and Frodo. And no, I don't mean like, what you're thinking. I'm saying like they're bonded by their...
Isn't there the ending of the whole trilogy where they just tickle in bed or something like that?
Wait, excuse me? They what?
The end of the trilogy, spoiler alert, Frodo is waking up in bed in Elrond or wherever the elves live. And it's like this soft focus looking slow-mo thing. And everybody, like all his friends slowly come into the room as he looks around, and they're all so happy he's awake. And then his Hobbit friends like jump on the bed with him, and everything's going. And then the very last person to come in the room is his buddy Sam. And Sam just he's in the room, and they just kind of like Frodo's laughing, and then his laugh drops to like this gaze, G-A-Z-E, and they're gazing at each other as the slow-mo is happening, and feathers from the pillow are dropping because they were having a pillow fight. And no, this is all true. I'm not exaggerating.
What about the tickling?
That was Merry and Pippin, the other hobbits that were.
I'm gonna get that belly.
They were all yeah. And so I think honestly, the basis of the Lord of the Rings movies, those three, is the love between Frodo and Samwise, played by Sean Astin, who also played Rudy.
Yeah.
And one of them Goonies. Yeah.
One of them Goonies.
One of them Goonies.
Also Encino Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's favorite movie.
Great movie.
Stupid movie. Hey, listen here. By the way, Kings are playing the Pelicans tonight. And we'll have all that coverage for you, as always. If you're looking for the Kings game, you found the right place.
It's here.
It's right here on Sacktown Sports. It's in your shorts, and here all year for you. Kings Pelicans. Let's just get this right out of the way, kids. Kings Pelicans tonight. CJ McCollum is questionable for personal reasons. Like real talk. I hope everything's okay in CJ's life. Also, super hope I think he should take an extra couple days.
Yeah, it's the All-Star break.
You know what? Exactly. Dude,
get your personal reasons in order.
Team's not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
I think they want to lose.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever it is, and again, I'm joking. I hope everything's okay, but take your time, Carl Joseph.
Yeah.
McCollum.
Mm-hmm.
Kings Pelicans tonight. Guys, who's favored by how much? And I believe, Chris, it is your turn.
The Kings are favored by 4.5.
Jason Ross.
Kings by 8.5.
Wow. Guys, would it surprise you if I told you the New Orleans Pelicans are not favored? The Sacramento Kings are favored by 5.5. Circle gets the square. One off, but still 8.5. You're confident.
Well, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
And I shouldn't be, because I think they've won by 5 and by 1.
Yeah.
in the 2 games.
It hasn't
they played.
been easy.
No.
It has not been easy.
But when you said CJ questionable, I'm like, they may elevate that.
I think if he is, unless they already know if he doesn't play, they're going to elevate that quite a bit. I'll give you guys each one guess, see if you can get one of them as we go to break here. CJ stands for what?
Let's go with...
What does CJ stand for in CJ McCollum, Jason Ross?
Christopher Jonathan.
Christopher Jonathan.
Caleb Jr.
Would Caleb Jr. be a CJ?
I'm saying that the friends started calling him CJ.
I gotcha. I will tell you that we have, I guess, technically a quarter of a correct answer.
John? Chris?
Christian
Okay.
James McCollum, which leaves us with a simple question before we get to Coach Jim Les in the next segment. So I want everybody to think about this at the break. Would Chris McCollum
or Christian
McCollum be as good of a basketball player?
That's pretty good.
I actually think Christian McCollum would be really good.
Yeah.
I usually don't go this way, but
Chris McCollum's on the bench, though.
Chris McCollum,
he didn't make it. He played 2 years.
Ceiling 6 man for 1 year.
Yeah.
Christian McCollum, I think same career.
Yeah.
I honestly do. We'll take a break. When we come back, King should have drafted him. Coach Jim Les updating us on the highs and the lows at UC Davis basketball. We'll get to him next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Carrington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and switch to the expensive shampoo with amino acids. Sure, you don't know what those are or why you need them, but it sounds very impressive. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can massage it into your scalp every day. Now, if only you can get people to lean toward your head to smell those aminos. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shampoo, Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Well, you know what time it is. UC Davis basketball, 9-4 in the Big West for Riverside. UCD 8-5, and they're playing each other Thursday. A couple other matches. God, what am I, English coming up as well. Coach Jim Les joins us. Coach, it's Dave, it's Jason. Good morning.
Good morning, man. How we doing?
Well, I might tell you, Coach, last night my sophomore son in Division 6 was with his teammates cutting down the net. He's 5'10". We're hoping he'll grow a little bit more, but I'm not telling you where, who to scout, but had 4 points, played some great defense last night, a couple of steals. Just maybe something to consider for your program in a couple years. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I love it. Anytime you can cut down the nets at any level, that's a huge accomplishment.
How is the week gone for you so far, Coach? Let's just start there.
Yeah, I mean, we go on the road last week down south and get 2 wins. That's always a good trip. I like we talked about this last week. All teams at this stage, no matter what season, NBA, high school, college, the integrity of the practices and continuing to get better, puts you in a position to win late. And all of us are judged by how we finish a season. And the most important games are ahead of us. And in a lot of respects, we control our destiny. And so we're just trying to, one day at a time, get better, great focus at practice, great energy. And hopefully it leads to finishing with a strong push here. I want to cut down the nets like your son.
Yeah. Coach, winning is really all that you're trying to accomplish, but sometimes it's how you do it. You had a variety of the wins last week. You had to go overtime against Long Beach, but you won, and then you won the other game with a little more comfort. I guess, like I said, in the end, it doesn't matter as long as you win, but do you, experiencing kind of both sides, having to really fight to win and having one more comfortable, what's the value in each of those?
Yeah, I think the value is one individually, continuing to encourage guys, watch tape individually. A lot of guys were continuing to do a lot of skill work and skill development as the season goes on. And those guys continue to progress and gain confidence in their game, leads to kind of collectively, us understanding, we're about our defense. And when we hold teams under 70 points, we got a pretty darn good chance of winning. And so it's staying focused on that end of the floor. I think sometimes emotionally, psychologically, makes and misses, a lot of times determine maybe your defensive effort. And we're trying to encourage guys that regardless of what happens on the offensive end, the defense controls our destiny, and having 5 guys locked in with great communication and energy. And it's not always perfect, but it's amazing what hustle can make up for if you make mistakes, and that's kind of who we've been. So it's been fun to watch this progress.
UC Davis coach Jim Les joining us. Coach, you said something in your first answer about the integrity of practices. Would you mind expanding on that? What makes a practice have or not have integrity in your words?
Well, I think if, let's say, you have a starting unit, and we've been pretty consistent with our starting unit all year, but if those guys aren't coming to practice with the right mindset, and maybe you have guys on the second team that are outplaying those guys in practice, well, and we film every practice, we stat every practice. So, I'm watching that practice, and in order for that practice to have integrity, I've got to say, you know what? I've got to talk to that starter who maybe is not giving us the effort, execution, and practice that we want, and continue to encourage that backup guy. And at some point, if that doesn't change, I got to put that guy in the starting lineup. Because otherwise, and I've been on both sides of that equation as a player, if you think, hey, I'm going to give effort every day as that second string or third string guy, but it never results in changing of the role, now I'm going to lose focus. I'm going to lose that energy and that intensity to go to practice and work. And now, we're not challenging those starters. So that to me is really important. And that has a lot to do with just me being in different roles on different teams over the course of my career. And, I remember times going to practice every day, busting tail, and it never resulted in a change in a role. And it's like, after a while, is it really important for me to work that hard if nobody's going to notice, or if it's not going to change my status?
Coach, I'm thinking about a second crack here at Riverside tomorrow. You played them the last time. I mean, it really could have gone your way, a tough 2-point loss. How much do you kind of lock in on the same or similar game plan, or is it like, look, okay, we watched film of that game, here's a few things we want to change? How similar do you approach that game with Riverside tomorrow night when you host them?
Well, one of the reasons, we love league play as coaches is, that second time and sometimes even a third time if you see them in the conference tournament coming up in March. But, it's the chess match of, how they defended us, how they defended certain actions and adjustments we can make versus, how we're going to defend them and maybe change some things up. So you love that chess match from a coaching standpoint and trying to do things. But, we don't want to be too different. We are who we are at this point in February, but little tweaks here and there, sometimes that's a possession or two or three that you can steal some points or maybe take away something that they want to do. And, it gives you a chance to win a game that's, and all these games we're playing in are going to be really close. So those possessions are important.
Actually, I should say 3 or 4 at home, with the exception of this Saturday down in San Diego. Tomorrow night, UC Riverside at UC Davis before you guys go to Hawaii, unfortunately, Saturday, March.
You guys are making that trip, aren't you?
I agree, Coach.
Well, Marsh always does. Marsh always figures out a way to get on those Hawaii trips for football and basketball, so we got to figure it out.
I think it's important that we have that 3-team radio crew in Hawaii for moral support.
Hey,
yes.
By the way, Coach, I know you know this. I don't know what you're flying, but Southwest gives you 2 bags, including a golf bag. So I mean, maybe we bring the sticks and you get away from the team for 4 hours. Let's go.
That sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Coach, always a pleasure. Good luck this week. Looking forward to talking to you in a week at 6:44. Always appreciate your time.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. I played golf in Hawaii with Coach Les.
Yeah, I would too. But he's like 4 hours away from the team. I could tell that part.
Yeah, did you see it?
He was like,
he's stuttering. He's
I
like,
you guys. I like golf, but
nah, that's too much. I'm good with the phone conversation. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's getting crazy in Dallas.
How crazy is it?
So crazy that it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, great line, Dave. Plus a word from Gonzalez Law. We'll do all that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back, He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey there. Yeah, Dave's right. I am going to tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, a lawyer right here in town, has been phenomenal for a lot of you out there. And if you know that, I hope you've been spreading the word. And that's why I'm trying to do the very same for any of you out there. And you're thinking, well, I don't know. Like if you're asking that question, I'm not sure if I need representation. I think I might. Then you probably do. And here's a number you need to know, 916-304-9187, SacLegalDefense.com. Jonathan Gonzalez, right here, one of us. He's at Sacramento, and he's been here. He's been successful here, working in downtown. And his case preparation and overall approach has resulted in life-changing results for thousands of clients, and you could be one of them as well. He specializes in many things, but a lot of times in expungements. And that's something where maybe something's happened in your past, and it's keeping you from doing things. Maybe it's keeping some rights away from you. It's something you made a mistake when you were younger, and it's still following you, and you'd like that removed from your past. Well, it can happen. He can help you with that, whether it's an auto accident, wrongful termination case, sexual harassment case, criminal defense, whatever the situation might be, or if you just got questions like, I don't know if I need some help. Well, here's the guy to call. Again, 916-304-9187. It's Jonathan Gonzalez, SacLegalDefense.com.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work.
Northwest Exteriors wants to keep you warm this winter with our $89 furnace tune-up. Trusted in Sacramento for heating and cooling systems. Book your tune-up today as part of our 30th anniversary special. Call 888-TRUST-NW or visit trustnorthwest.com.
The good news? You finally lost the excess weight and found the body you knew was hiding underneath it all along. The better news? InShape Fitness is here to help you maintain your new look and, dare we say it, enjoy the process. InShape has everything you need to build muscle and help keep the weight off. From fitness classes and personal trainers to swimming pools and saunas. Plus, plenty of full-length mirrors to admire your new self along the way. We are InShape. You are ready. Join online today at InShape.com.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online. I read that Black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 rising from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office, 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's happening for the President's Day sales event?
It's time for some good old-fashioned doorbusters. Right now, save up to $20,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram trucks. That's the kind of savings you don't usually see until Memorial Day, and definitely not on Ram heavy duties. But this weekend at Hoblet, it's happening.
And you have 30 to choose from?
That's right. Plus, you can also get 0% financing for 72 months on a bunch of new models, including hybrids. But you better hurry in. These deals only last through President's Day.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. period. 20,000 total net savings after 13,000 factory rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% off MSRP factory cash, sample VIN savings 8013, plus 4,000 Honda Select inventory coupons and 1,000 trade-in assistance for 2005 or newer under 160,000 mile vehicle. Sample VIN 371844. 0% financing for 72 months on new Wagoneer S, 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE, and 2024 Dodge Hornet. $1,389 per thousand finance on approved credit through Stellantis Financial. See dealer for details.
Hey, Marvel comic fans, the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento is now serving adult beverages. This week, get ready for Captain America, Brave New World, the IMAX experience. The best place to immerse yourself in Marvel comic action is on the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen with heart-pounding audio.
You asked for me. Here I am, Captain America, caught without his wings.
You want me? Come and get me! Get your tickets early at IMAX.com/Sacramento. And don't miss Captain America, Brave New World, playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Thanks, Coach Jim Last, Shawn Salisbury at 8:13, Katie at 9. We here in Kingsland have experienced what it's like to be angry towards ownership, and not like angry as in the last couple weeks, you know, hey, why didn't you have a press conference? Why did you make the no, like anger, like I'm talking relocation, maloofing, that type
rage.
And you know, back in the day, there were a few fans that were booted.
We're gonna go nuts in there.
You weren't allowed to, you weren't allowed to bring in anti-Maloof signage, stuff like that. But what's going on in Dallas right now is a whole different thing. During the game against the Kings, if you noticed, which, you know, our TV broadcast wasn't really picking up on it, but there was a pretty steady stream of fans throughout the game that were removed. And you're seeing some of the social media, these guys recording it as they're getting booted or as somebody near them is getting booted. You saw ex-owner Mark Cuban telling a fan to sit down and shut the blank up, which is not a great look because I don't know how he's not booted for, profanity. One of the fans kicked out, spoke out afterwards.
The idea that our behavior would ruin a game for a kid is crazy. Do you know what would ruin a game for a kid? Trading Luka Doncic in the middle of the night and stabbing him and the entire Dallas Mavericks fan base in the back.
I can only imagine, you take whatever. I mean, I don't know that the closest we've ever had to a Luka Doncic in this town. What, probably Chris Webber? I feel like Chris Webber is the closest we've had to an MVP or a full-on superstar.
Yeah. I mean, ironically, wasn't Sabonis like fifth?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, no one thought he was MVP.
I just don't think he gets the buzz NBA-wide nationally Webber got. But what,
Webber was the closest.
Imagine in 2000, what Webber came over in 99, 98, 99.
I mean, it's the closest, but remember, he had already done the knee.
Right.
He wasn't the same play. I mean, he was still great, but he wasn't that player anymore.
Who, Webber? Yeah.
Like Luka is still.
No.
Like, is he to his prime?
I'm saying, like, what if Webber was traded in like 2001?
Okay.
Before the knee.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with a comparison.
Okay.
this whole thing just stinks to high heaven, man. And it hasn't gotten any better for the Mavs because of the Anthony Davis injury in game 1. And there is also a thought that, we haven't heard a prognosis. And now there's rumblings that they're holding on to that, right? Because it's not going to be great. And, I think maybe the closest we've had to deal with is, could it weirdly enough be Bagley over Doncic? But that took a long time. Even in the beginning, it was like, well, I'll give it time. That wasn't instantaneous. We thought we knew what Luka was going to be. And then we found out over time what he was going to. Dallas already knows what Luka is. Yeah. And they made the finals last year. And the guy led the league in minutes when you count playoffs last year. And he's 25. And they send him not just to any team, but to the Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah. For an aging star who is brittle and other stuff that whatever. And I was thinking last night, Jason, we always have fun talking about fan unions and this and that, but not to compare sports to, actual real life stuff, but in any revolution, whether it's a cultural revolution, a real revolution, anything like it always takes some sort of incident that happens that explodes everything. And I don't know that this is it, but I just don't know if a fan base has been outside of a relocation, like a Baltimore to Indianapolis in the middle of the night, Art Modell thing, what almost happened here, even Seattle. This is a different animal because these fans aren't going away.
Yeah, and I feel like they've given us, I'm talking about the Dallas front office, even the new governor coming out and saying what he said the other day about Luka. Like, they're giving us enough material, but not all of it. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like you guys have kind of gone down this road of your decision, and everybody can hate the decision, but work ethic, defense, huge contract, maybe some alcohol, like all these things they've hinted at. It's almost like you've done it, just throw it all out there. If that would help at all, because you're slandering the guy, but obviously they made this choice that's very controversial that the fan base is looking at going, I kind of don't care because I love him. Yeah. We win. His results are awesome. Okay. So maybe he doesn't work as hard as everybody. Maybe he's got this pretty tough posse of people he has around that it's tough to deal with. They made the finals. He's one of the best players in the league, and he's young.
Let me give you a hypothetical. What if it came out down the road in a way that was like, okay, I believe this. That in addition to having some drinks here and there, smoking his vapes and cigars and whatever, but what if we add into it, let's say Luka like gambling and would go out, whether it would be out and about in places you can gamble in towns, or he'd have, all night poker games in his room, staying up, ordering pizza, going out to all hours of the night, doing whatever, and then coming in and maybe a little hungover time to time, but still performing and all that. Would that make you feel any differently about the trade?
I don't know if I think I'm not even siding with Dallas because I kind of think I understand what they're doing. The one thing I didn't understand is how you didn't open it up.
How you didn't open it up.
Because I think they did okay. Just okay. And that's probably being nice. They didn't get nothing, but I think in the short term, they might be okay as long as AD is healthy, which obviously right now he's not. But if you just put that to every team, and I know there's probably reasons why they didn't, but even if you tried two more, look, the Lakers didn't let it out. You didn't let it out. Could you trust maybe two other GMs and just go, look, we're going to target SGA. We're going to target Giannis. We're going to target De'Aaron Fox. I don't know, somebody. And could you have tried that to see what else they could have received?
Weirdly enough, I read a report yesterday that somebody said they maybe did talk to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee was not willing to move Giannis. Okay. I was doing a fun little exercise there because I was literally describing Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did all of that stuff, hung out with some shady characters. There's a lot of, there might be more to Michael did all of that. Yeah. Michael ran that franchise, and they kept him for almost his entire career. I don't understand it. I really don't, because I'm trying to think of the worst of the worst. Let's say he was up till 4 a.m. every morning pounding Jack Daniels. Let's say his weight was a problem. Let's say, whatever. He's got this max deal coming up. Oh, he's 25.
Yeah.
He's a perennial MVP candidate. It's translating. He carried them to the final. He and Kyrie carried them to the finals last year. It's not like he's putting up empty calories, no pun intended, for a middling team, and they trade. You never do that.
Are there any parallels? And now here I'm trying to slam someone else potentially in the league, but aren't there some parallels to Harden? Like some of the things that have been said about him, like not always traveling with the team. They had a day off. He's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Was never always in the best shape.
I mean, I've called him Euro James Harden a lot.
Yeah. When he gets to the game, though, there's Harden triple doubles. And I mean, his teams win. He hasn't gotten done to he's made the finals once.
Look, nobody sports hates James Harden more than me. That's well documented.
But what if that's his career, which is still really good?
It's a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'll say this about James. Have you ever heard a story of a teammate, anything leaking that he was a locker room cancer? That
no,
he was, behind the scenes.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
I'd be curious. Maybe like at the end of Houston.
Yeah,
there's some
I know there was some stuff with him and Morey.
Yeah,
who was his guy, but
yeah. Well, and the one thing that I found interesting, who joined him, Markieff Morris went there, and there was someone else that had played with Luka that I think is also with the Lakers now, something like that, where their kind of blanket statement was like, well, if this is what they're saying about him, I'd like to do that and get, the numbers he's getting.
Right.
Yeah, but that's still not kind of answering. Yeah, we've all seen the numbers.
Yeah.
Is it a problem? If it's not a problem with the players, then, but it seemed to bother the organization, and maybe it's tied in, honestly, to that massive contract he's doing. They're like, hey, look, that's a risk. We don't know that it's going to work, but this is what they're having to deal with. They're wearing it now.
This would have never happened. He came out and said, this would have never happened under Mark Cuban's watch. He would have laughed Nico Harrison out of the room.
Right.
And I thought, well, is Mark maybe saving a little face here, but I don't think so. I actually heard a take on the Doncic.
You know what, though, Mark? If you don't want that to happen, don't sell the team.
Here's the other thing. This is part of why I think this is happening. Obviously, 90% of it is Luka Doncic got traded. And you know me, I generally buck up against conspiracy theories, but I'll tell you, there's some meat here. Remember a couple years ago, they hired Haralobos Voulgaris, who was the gambling guy that was a part of their front office. He was a Bill Simmons guy, big in the gambling world, and he was kind of like a consultant for them, and that whole thing was really weird, and then he left, and you had the ushering out of Don Nelson Jr. and that whole front office. Then you had the workplace issues with Mark Cuban and allegedly and everything going on behind the scenes. And to this day, nobody has come up with a good reason as to why Mark Cuban sold his shares to the wife of the late Sheldon Adelson, who is one of the, if not the most popular or a powerful person in Las Vegas, legacy family, connected way, way, way beyond any of us could ever imagine.
I would say the biggest gambling family in the world.
I mean, dude, they are deep connected. I need to understand, because you have this thing where it's like, okay, you bring this weird gambling guy into the front office. Maybe not. It's connected. Then all of a sudden, there's maybe no owner in the NBA that enjoys being an owner and loves owning a team more than Mark Cuban. And he magically sells the club to an out-of-state widow of a gambling guy. He did other things too. And then a year late, what is it? It's about a year later, right? They trade Luka under the darkness. I can really put myself in a corner here where I go, dude, there's a lot more to this story than meets the eye. It's a lot bigger than just trading Luka Doncic.
Like
there is something going on in Dallas right now that I don't know, but it smells funny. And stay tuned, I think. I did hear as we go to break a fun take on the Doncic trade. I actually hadn't considered. I said it's the first time that Los Angeles had a bona fide superstar since Kobe Bryant that can speak Spanish, which is huge for the community there. And then there was a clip there of, and I'm always fascinated by this, of Luka being asked a question in Spanish, and Spanish is one of those languages that is so damn impressive if you can speak it, because to me it goes so fast, and he's just like answering it in like what I would think is perfect Spanish. I don't know if he has an accent or not, but Kobe was able to, Italian, Spanish, he knew like 4 languages, Slovenian. Remember he was cussing out Luka in Slovenian. So, I thought that was kind of interesting that in addition to everything else that they've got a superstar that can speak Spanish. You obviously have a huge Spanish community in that area as well. All right, we'll take a very quick 30-second break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. What do you need out of this 2-game set with the Pelicans? And DeMar DeRozan announcing his presence with authority. We'll do that next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hey there, let me tell you about the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Right now, we have some really nasty weather coming in tomorrow. We hope everybody is safe with that. But also, you want to make sure your home and your garage is in good order. So you don't want your garage door stuck in those winter blues. That's why February is the perfect time right now to give it some love. And Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, they're here to keep your garage door running smoothly. And this February, they're spreading the love with their Sweetheart Special. How about this? $150 off a garage door with the purchase of a garage door opener. Now, the experts at Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, they provide fast, reliable service that's always on time and always done right. From squeaky hinges to full door replacements, they do have you covered. And we don't want to let your garage door be the heartbreaker this season. Visit overheaddoorofsacramento.com for your free estimate. You can check out their showroom and just get to meet them. They are fantastic people, an incredible company. They've been serving our area for 70 plus years and just doing it amazingly well. So opening doors to your home and your hearts this February. That's the great people at Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, whether it's commercial or residential. They are here to take care of you. Call them at 916-421-3747, 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, I'm having some fun here. I just, we get these emails. We do a radio show, so you get emails from PR people all the time. Hey, Fred Smith's available to talk about his new book, Dodgeball, and what it means. So I'm trying to book us a guest for tomorrow. Sacramento legend Uriah Faber participating in the DoorDash Celebrity Pickleball Bash.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Uriah Faber is available on Thursday upon advance request. Joining Uriah in the tournament will be Terrell Owens, Chris Mullen, Hunter Pence, Brandy Chastain, and more. Celebrity partners include, so I imagine that's investors, Jalen Brunson, Eric Decker, Jesse James Decker, and Mario Lopez. It's in San Francisco this weekend, and it will pit teams of celebrities and professional pickleball players against each other for a lively evening of pickletainment.
Do you know Uriah? We'll have to go through them to see.
I emailed her back and I said, hey, we're on 6 to 10 a.m. here in Sacramento. When might Uriah be available? I don't want to text. I want to go through the channels and have them do the whole. I'm hoping they might send a bio over. Be helpful.
We could read about it.
Actually, I saw Uriah, I'm pretty sure, in somebody's corner on the UFC, and I don't know if it was just the angle. I will ask him. He looks like he's enjoying retirement. If I saw it correctly, he had I don't think it's a mullet, but it looked like a mullet and kind of a beard. I couldn't recognize him at first. And then I was like, I turned around and I go, is that Faber? And she goes, yeah, oh my God, that's Faber. Might have been the lighting. I don't know, but it looked like the California cave kid more like than a California kid.
He's part owner of the barbershop I go to.
Hammer Nails.
Yeah.
Yes, as a matter of fact. We've been talking to them about doing some stuff. And
no, I think that'd be great for Kings Rewind.
Hammer and nails.
Yeah.
Oh,
you could get your clips.
Clips. Yeah, I know, because we talked about that with great clips.
Yeah,
I'd take hammer
clips.
and nails. Sports clips.
Super cuts.
The Clippers.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't want to advertise up here. It's Kings land.
That would be wild. Kings Rewind brought to you by the Los Angeles Clippers.
Blockbuster. Rewind. Be kind.
Oh,
rewind.
Be kind. Rewind. I know this. Here's what I'm getting out of the segment so far as we get to question 1. I'm going to reuse Pickletainment. 100% using that term.
It's time for Pickletainment.
It's time for some Pickletainment. Question 1.
In your mind, is anything less than a sweep of the Pelicans a failure?
Yeah, they got to sweep them. Look, I'm not going to be like, oh, season's over, roar. They got to get healthy on this whole thing. I told you, what was it? At least 7 wins out of, was it? Did I say that? 7 or 8 wins out of their next 10. 7 wins out of their next 10, Jason. And look, that win in Dallas, that's a good one. That was an iffy. So when you look back on this stretch now, that started with Minnesota, they lost the next 2 to Orlando and Portland. They're now 3-2, so you're halfway through. Okay, that means you got to go 4-1. You got 2 at New Orleans, home Golden State, which you're 2-0 against, and then home Charlotte, and then at Utah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 more. You got to go 4-1. I'm saying you got to win these 2 in New Orleans. You got to beat Charlotte at home. You got to beat Utah and Utah. Maybe that Golden State one. That's a tough one. That's the thing. Now, I don't care if they lose one of these New Orleans. That's fine. You better reel the next 4 off. I'm a big picture guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a big picture guy. Yeah.
Yeah. The way this is worded, I can't think of a scenario where we go, yeah, I was okay with the split. I just can't think of one. Right. I mean,
yeah.
What would it take for New Orleans to win a game of the 2 when we go, yeah, you know what? That wasn't that bad. Like, I don't see a scenario where if the Kings play well, I don't think they'll lose. I think they'd have to have a game like they did the other night or the time against New Orleans where they got down 20, they came back, or they have 20 turnovers. Well, you're not playing well in those games. So I agree. I think it would be a failure. Failure is a tough word, but yeah, and it doesn't bury the season.
Right.
But it's what, you're just starting to run out of games and time. And this is the portion of the schedule that is friendlier.
Yes.
So you need to do it now.
You're about to go at Houston, at Dallas, at Denver, San Antonio home, at LA, Knicks home.
It's coming.
And then you go Golden State, Phoenix, Memphis, Cleveland, Chicago, Milwaukee, Boston, OKC.
Yeah. So if you do a 4-1
in
this next stretch, then you'd be like 4 over 500 at that point, which would be a season best. You're like, okay, you got a little equity. I'm sure you'll move up the standings a little bit, but long way to go to get there.
You'd be 31-27 if you went 4-1, which is fine. But as it is, right,
24 to go.
Yeah, and you're right now. You are tied for the 9-10 with the Warriors. You're a half game back of the Mavericks for the 8. But you're also just 1 game ahead of the Suns for being out.
Yeah.
Out completely. And we've said it before, Jason. Look, either you got to get in a 7-gamer, whether you're playing through the play-in or whatever. You got to get in a 7-game series this year for the season to even be whispered as a partial success. Anything less than that would be uncivilized. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Do you expect to see more of the Dojo lineup tonight?
Yeah, I think we might. I think it's a fun thing to play with. I think we have
like Pickletainment.
It is Pickletainment. And look, New Orleans isn't necessarily a big team either. You have Trey Murphy, excuse me, and Zion, who are 6'6", 6'8". You have Misi at the center position.
I like him. He's got a nice future.
I could not agree with you more. He really, really does. Just 20 years old, 21 in May, and averaged 9 and 8, 6'11", 235. I think, I think you put the beefcakes in the middle for stretches, but also, you got to also, you also got to monitor too, where you probably want well, you definitely, I think, want either Sabonis or Valanciunas on the floor at all times, one of the two. But Valanciunas also is a guy who can play 30 minutes a night. So throw him in for 10 minutes tonight, and let's see more of that.
Yeah, we saw, like I said, the first time we saw it was against Dallas. It was very small. I didn't think that's when we see it, but we did see it, and it was productive. I think that can go there. It can go against bigger teams. I think it was successful. So try it some more. Why not?
Trying to workshop something here because I think there's a good nickname. Dojo is a good nickname.
I like that.
Okay, so you have historically you have the Twin Towers when you have two. Is there something that rhymes with towers, like the twin?
Powers,
Twin Powers, showers, flowers,
oh, mega powers,
twin.
Mega Powers was the tag team between Hogan and
that's right.
Randy
That's
Savage.
right. I forgot.
Something with Lithuania. I know
Lithuania, lasagna, length. There's a nickname in there for those two.
Large.
The Beef Twins. It's probably not going to work.
Gruesome twosome.
We have the meats. The meat. Just what
They're
are they?
Arby's.
What if you just call them? They are Arby's. What do you just call them? The meats. Meats are in the lineup. We'll figure it. This town's very good at that. And yes, we need a nickname or a song for everything.
Yes.
So shut up. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Has DeMar DeRozan established himself as the leader of this team?
I mean, I'd like to think Sabonis is too, but I think he might now be I think he might have established himself as the offensive leader of this team. With De'Aaron gone,
yeah,
it's not Sabonis, it's not Murray. It's not.
I think there's some leadership going on with Malik in a roundabout way.
I do too, but
in his own free spirit.
Agreed.
I'm going to call you out in a fun way. I'm going to be fun. I'm going to be smiling. I don't know.
Is DeMar DeRozan the go-to guy?
It's Doug. I mean,
yeah. No, you're right.
Coach, but it's also might be Doug.
I think Doug is. I do think he's the unquestioned soul and leader of this team. I probably misphrased that question. I think I mean more I should have said, is he the offensive leader?
Yeah.
Is he, or I mean, and could Levine take that over? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Zach sure seemed more than comfortable, and even stuff he said, he's like, man, I saw him do that stuff in Chicago, and they did together. And look, when those two guys played together, DeRozan was the guy getting all those fourth quarter points too. So it's what he's good at. So it's good to have him.
17, 33, 19, 22, 11, 42. Kind of a weird consistency for him this month, but he's shooting 52, 38, 86, and exactly 4.2 rebounds and assists. I'll take that every month all year long. Go with 24 points a game. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get some NFL notes. Cam Newton said something that pissed off an ex-teammate, and the Raiders. You look at some more mock drafts, there might be a guy that people thought wasn't in play for them. Curious how Raider fan feels about that. Also, Dak Prescott needs to get drug tested. We'll explain why next.
Tonight, Kings and Pelicans. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda. I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. Another chilly start out there. Expect to have temperatures rebound this afternoon under partly sunny skies. Highs today will peak into the upper 50s. We'll have rain arriving after midnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Elk Grove Honda reports that Honda has earned 3 coveted 2025 Car and Driver 10 Best Awards for the 3rd year in a row, honoring Honda Civic, Accord, and CRV. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
It was 1879 when the first President's Day was established, and it's been a holiday ever since. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. I'm guessing when the Keys family opened the first Naturewood Home Furnishing store in 1948, a President's Day sale was not top of the mind. But the family probably celebrated the holiday with a picnic and a big slice of cherry pie. The store name Naturewood was selected to reflect the quality of the wood furniture for sale. And that focus on quality continues today with brands like FlexSteel, Trailway, Stickley, Fusion Designs, Stanton, and many, many more. The Naturewood Home Furnishings President's Day sale is the perfect time for you to find the right accent piece for your living room, a new bed for your bedroom, or to completely refurnish your entire home. See all the fine furniture and accessories on sale with Naturewood's President's Day sale. Find that perfect piece of furniture that's new today and filled with memories for tomorrow. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
I started vaping my freshman year of high school, mostly because all my friends had vapes. I wanted to fit in with them and look cool and be a part of everything that they were doing. The hardest part about quitting for me was all my friends still hitting their vapes right next to me. It was really frustrating and confusing when I was trying to quit because in my head I knew I didn't want to do it anymore, but for some reason my brain still wanted it.
No quit story is the same. For free support, text Kick Nicotine to 66819 today.
Right now, get up to a $15 gift card after rebate when you purchase select Superstart batteries exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Hurry in for the final days of Toyota's President's Day sales event and shop the industry's best lineup of SUVs. Get low financing on RAV4 or check out the spacious Grand Highlander Hybrid, adventure-ready Land Cruiser, or the all-new 38 MPG Toyota Crown Signia. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Drive home a great deal at Toyota's President's Day sales event. It's ending soon, so get to your Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end 3/3/25.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal and every detail matters. Check out the new Napoleon Prestige and Rogue models and see the difference a Napoleon makes. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel, boasting absolute quality. Napoleon knows that the smallest details add up to make a big difference when curating your perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Everyone's trying to come up with nicknames for Domas and Jonas. How about Dirt and Sprague?
Yes.
Just random.
But then we'd be rooting for them.
And they're behind us in the national rankings.
Way behind.
Way behind. Hey, welcome back. It's Carmichael Dave. It's Jason Ross. It's Christopher Love. We'll take you all the way until 10A, and Alan will take over from there. Dak Prescott, man. I mean, I appreciate, I actually really like Dak Prescott. I do. I like him. I think he's a guy who's been through some tragic stuff, who is a good human. As a matter of fact, everyone's going to jump on his comments today, or that he made yesterday about the Cowboys, which we'll get to in a second. But I'd like to point out that he made those comments. He's rehabbing from surgery, and it was he was announcing the models for this year's Children's Cancer Fund Gala that will be held April 11th. He's incredibly charitable. I actually like Dak Prescott, but Molly, he said yesterday, I feel like we, the Cowboys, have competed with the Eagles and beaten them for the most part when we've played them. I don't want to say check the record when the other guy's holding the trophy, so credit to them. They've earned it, and they deserve it, but we're very, very close. When asked how far the Cowboys are from doing what the Eagles have done, he also mentioned the Commanders, who lost to the Eagles in the championship game. Quote, especially even watching the NFC Championship and those two teams that we battle against each and every year a couple of times. I feel confident that we've got the better part each and every time, but just seeing such a dominating fashion against the Chiefs, credit to them. It's our turn, and it's on us. Jason, I just don't know how close they are, and I would just like to point out one thing, by the way. They got outscored by the Eagles 75-13 in their 2 games this year.
Not that close. Not this. I mean, this year I think it's a bad time to say it. It might be a bad time to say it most every year.
Sure,
but they've been a playoff team. They've been a team that's been there. This year was not that it. It was not it.
I just don't understand where he's like, look, I mean, we can go back. I'm sure they've beaten him last year, the year, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, look, but dude, you're talking about I feel like we've competed with them each time and we're right there. And, we gave as good as we got. And, we're right there on that level. And then you look at the schedule and you're like 75-13 in professional football games. You got beat 34-6 in Dallas and 41-7 in Philly. You're not close. What are you smoking, dude? Doesn't mean they couldn't be next year if they do the right thing and injuries and health and career. I get it.
But to start the year going in, you've got the champs in your division.
Yeah.
And the Commanders were better than you too. And they had a good year to go with what else is in the NFC and everything like that.
They scored in 2 games 13 more points against the Eagles than we did.
Right.
And they get paid a lot more money.
Yeah, a lot more.
So relax, Dak. Hey, Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
Pass the Dutchie to the whichever side you're supposed to, pass it. Cam Newton said Cam Newton's funny. And not just how well, he's always been fashion guy. But he looks like the Mad Hatter to me whenever he always wears those hats with the feather in it and all that. He's very unique. Not that I don't know anything about fashion, but he's made a nice little post career for himself on podcasting and TVing and all that. And he said that on Travis Hunter's podcast, you got college kids that aren't even pros yet with big podcasts. They were talking about the pressure Hunter could face, if he was the top pick. And he said, bro, you have no way of impacting the game the way a quarterback does. You can lock down the number one receiver. You can make impact plays on offense all you want, but it's not like a quarterback. My issue, when I was the first pick, I went into a locker room of losers. Just being honest, guys didn't know how to win. Guys didn't know how to prepare. They didn't take themselves serious to realize we were 2-14. There was a lot of 2-14 in the mentality of those guys. Well, one guy that was on that team who's not afraid to speak his mind is Steve Smith. One of my favorite players of all time. And he tweeted out 53-man locker room -1 equals 52 losers. Wow. Breaking news to 89. That was his number. A few hours later, he said, I've watched and listened from afar as you, Cam Newton, talk about the Panthers. None of us are perfect. Yes, we were 2-14 before you blessed us with your presence. The way you've talked about the Panthers lately, I'm very disappointed. I wish you nothing but the very best. I'm done. I'm split on this. I feel like Cam Newton here is it's one of those, if she does look fat in that dress, you don't say it. Technically he's right. If they got the number 1 pick, it's 2-14. You got the same.
They're bad for a reason.
They're bad. Right? And they losed. They were losers by definition. They were a bad team. I don't know. You could say something like, it's a challenge when you're the number 1 pick because odds are you're coming to the team that had the worst record from the year before, and there's a lot to turn around both on the field and culturally, and that's a lot of pressure for a rookie out of college for everyone looking up to me at the quarterback position. You just said all you need to say without I rolled in there. There's a bunch of losers. Really? No.
Super endearing. Well, I mean, it's past the time.
It is, but it's these guys have pride. They're men. They're professional athletes. They've been the best at their position their whole lives until they got to the NFL. Come on, Cam.
So his impact later when they made the Super Bowl, he made them winners.
He made them winners, but he never won a Super Bowl. So maybe he is, in fact, a loser because second place, first loser, Jay.
Right. That means he couldn't get it done. Right. End all be all.
The mock drafts are starting to switch around a little bit, as they always tend to do as we get closer and closer. And yesterday, Jason, I found more than one mock draft that has the Raiders getting Shedeur Sanders from Colorado.
Okay.
Which I find very, very interesting. I'm very split on this. Look, if Shedeur Sanders is the guy, great. I just don't know which is the better way to go. Grab the young, talented dude on the crappy team and rebuild with him, or bridge the gap with the free agent guy and then either hire a free agent guy, another one, or trade for, or draft some dude in the second or third and let him flourish under free agent guy.
Yeah, that's why I like when some of the draft experts do the grading, Dave, in a way where they compare these quarterbacks to past, because Sanders may be a number one type QB, Cam Ward, all that in this particular class, but where are they ranked last year and the year before? Or is it like, no, this quarterback class is actually really good? That's
right.
Because are you just taking the top one of this group? Or are you really getting a guy that can be the franchise? That's the big decision to make.
And we've seen so much lately. And look, there's examples. Troy Aikman came out, went 1-15, got smashed all over the field, Hall of Famer. Peyton Manning, almost the exact thing, 1-15, same thing. Horrendous year, Hall of Famer. But then you have the Jordan Love, the Aaron Rodgers, the Brett Favres. But then you also have the Kirk Cousins behind RG3 went on to do things. Jeff Hostetler behind Phil Simms. Rich Gannon, guys who, were behind someone or just didn't work in one place. And
Hurts was behind Wentz.
That's
right?
Exactly right. There's so many different ways to go. I don't know, man, with the Raiders. They've been doing everything right. They've got Pete Carroll. I also go back and I'm looking at mentioned all of those guys, right? What about Anthony Richardson? What about Will Levis? There's some guys. Richardson really stands out to me. By the way, the jury is way still out on Anthony Richardson, but even from a silly fantasy football perspective, he was talked about as one of the first 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks picked last year because of the crazy numbers he put up. And then, screw fantasy football, everything this is the future league. It didn't last the year.
Right. And
there's been all this talk about developing and not being able to develop quarterbacks and how they're not given the time to do so. Sam Darnold's another great example.
Right. Yeah. What, fourth team.
And there you go.
And he was going to be the backup.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Tennessee is the number one pick. And Cam Ward is thought to be the best quarterback in the draft. Many have Tennessee picking Cam Ward, but it's golly, you just grabbed Will Levis, 2 years ago? That's what we're doing. You're spending, so you're gonna spend what? I forget where Levis was drafted, but top 10, I believe. You spend 2 top picks within 2 years.
Yeah,
that's where you go. Maybe don't spend that draft capital on 2 and spend the money on bringing a Kirk Cousins type.
But I guess in their sense, if Ward is better, then I'm thinking of the Cardinals a few years ago where they went Josh Rosen and then Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
you're doing 2 in a row. Well, Murray's better.
He was.
It's not even close,
which surprised a lot of people.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's stupid. Will Levis was a second-round pick, number 33 overall.
But still, he's their starter,
Yeah, 100%. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll clean up some more football, including viewing numbers are in, both for the Super Bowl and the halftime show, what happened with the sports books, and what Philly is expecting. I'll tell you this much, that parade, say what you want about Philadelphia, good or bad, that parade is going to be full of energy. Perhaps the type that could get you $49 off a tune-up and safety inspection from American Energy Heating and Air. Carmichael Dave here to talk about my friends that have been in the Better Business Bureau's good graces with an A+ rating since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. And as I said, $49 tune-up, but if your furnace is 5 years or older, it's free. It's free. That's a $0 tune-up. Well, what if I need repair, Dave? Is that where they're going to gouge me? Nope. $50 off your first repair. But what if my furnace is broken, Dave? Is that where they're going to gouge me? Nope. Half off. Why half off, Dave? Nobody knows. Half off a new furnace from your good friends at American Energy. That's right. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Super Bowl numbers are in. We got them for you next.
Keegan Murray, plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Match De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
With NBA League Pass, keeping up with the league is as easy as NBA. Watch from multiple angles and in your preferred language. Wait, really? Oh, new guy, huh? Yeah, you get so many live games, recaps, and highlights. So the court is my oyster. It's your Pelican, Wolf, Bull, Nugget, Big Blue Dog, whatever you want it to be. NBA League Pass, your home for streaming hoops. Only select out-of-market games available and local blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively to Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
The huge President's Day sale is on at Maida Chevy, Sacramento's Silverado headquarters.
Save $10,250 off MSRP after rebates on new half-ton Silverado LT after rebates with over 50 in stock.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area.
$10,250 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
I'm George Washington, and I approved this message. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. 5 to the Southern Western 2011 or newer Chevrolet.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
A quick shout out to JCPenney's.
Okay. I haven't thought about them in years.
You know, it's sometimes where marketing works. I was looking for something on Facebook, and I saw a link, and oh, really? I clicked it, and yeah, it was real. There's like bath towels, $3 a piece, normally 12, but you got to order 5. I got 10 bath towels for $30 plus $250 shipping and handling. The reviews weren't all great, but mostly, you know, I was like,
sandpaper
does the job. Here's the thing: we have towels at home. Do you have any towels? And you try to dry off, and it feels like they're not drying you off because it's like too smooth. I want a little bit of I don't know what the word is.
Texture
in my towel, that where I
texture
feel,
towel.
I don't want it to mush the wetness.
Yeah.
I want it to absorb the wetness. So
Makes
I
sense.
think you kind of got to like how you have to season a cast iron pan. I think you have to season a towel.
And it takes like a solid couple of months.
It really does. Now you can go too far and have one of them towels that has like all the little balls on it, where all the material, and it's like what you're drying off with a loofah. Oh, that was a question I had for you guys too. I was reading an article. They were doing a survey. And please do be honest. This is for posterity. Are you a direct soap person? Are you a washcloth person? Are you a loofah person? And now that I'm saying it, I feel like I asked this years ago.
You have.
And let me see if I can remember. Jason, I think you're a washcloth guy, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of both. I will do soap directly on, or
so bar of soap.
Yeah, sometimes body wash. Depends.
Body wash direct is tough.
Really?
Yeah, because you put it in.
You don't get as much out of it.
You don't.
Okay.
You don't. You just don't.
But I've done that, and I've done the bar direct, or I've done washcloth.
Chris, you're a loofah guy?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I'm a loofah guy. The poofy, as Craig Iron had loofah, and
that's also something that needs to get seasoned.
A loofah? No, you're right. Because at first it's rough, dude. You're exfoliating things you don't want to exfoliate. I'm a loofah, and I always get a big gallon of Irish Spring at Sam's Club, the liquid kind. Yeah. I don't know if I think the only people that do loofahs and bars of soap are probably serial killers. I don't know if that's a thing. I think it's always you have liquid soap, right, Chris? Okay. Old Spice,
Native.
What?
Native.
Yeah, that sounds designer.
Negative.
That sounds designer. No. Somebody says get a microfiber towel. It's like sandpaper. Nah, I disagree. Microfiber towels are exactly like what I'm talking. They're so smooth. It doesn't work. Anyways, Super Bowl numbers are in. Now everybody's texting me on my private text line their preferences. The Super Bowl broke records, guys. The football can't miss.
I know. It was a 1 to 10, a 2, maybe a 1.
Terrible game. But doesn't matter.
Even like the highlight, like there were like if you told me there was 40 to 22, like there were a lot of points. It just wasn't interesting.
Well, it wasn't. But what the NFL has done so brilliantly, and I don't know how much of it is they did it or it just happened, but unlike the NBA and unlike the Major League Baseball, which are those are the three big sports in America, it is a one-off. It's not a series.
Yeah.
So it has developed. Jason, it was funny because I was joking with my sister. We're bringing food over, watched it at my parents' house, and I said, we've said this many times on the show, it's sports Thanksgiving.
It is, and I'm trying to think, look, everybody's afraid of the NFL, and sometimes people will get tough, and I'm going, we got to take on the NFL. All right, you're going to lose.
Yeah, good luck.
What event, sporting event, because I'm just going to limit it to sports, could have been on that you would have gone, nah, I'm switching to this?
You mean based on like the game got crappy?
Well, yeah, I think this is a bad example because this game got crappy. Last year was incredibly engaging, overtime with the Niners and Chiefs. But with that game, what could have been on where you go, yeah, I'm done with this game? And I want to watch
if it was
the Cavs and the Nets.
If it was specifically that game where it's a crappy game and it's over in the fourth, maybe if there was like a massive UFC or boxing event, I would switch to that particular fight. There is no baseball or outside of the Kings, but
yeah, I don't know what.
There's nothing.
That's the point. Like it still would work, right? I mean, I would say I was less focused. I had the game on the entire time. We had people over, and it was like before it was like, oh, this commercial or what? Ooh, big fourth down. By the end, it was like we're just talking. Like the game's just a background.
Yeah, it's just
it was on.
I would say this to you. Let me try to hypothetical.
I think we were doing trivia. We got into different stuff. Like
if they wouldn't line up, but if let me put it a different way. If Sports Jesus came down,
hello, David,
and said, David, It's going to be a blowout in the Super Bowl, just letting you know. But simultaneously, the final round of the Masters will be playing. Tiger will be in it. Phil will be in it. Rory,
the
Scottie
game of
Scheffler,
golf,
and they will all be within. They're all teeing off.
That's easy.
With it's super easy.
Yeah,
like it would take like something. But the thing about this,
but no one would risk that.
That's exactly right. And by the way, we're all sports hounds.
Yeah,
this is my sister and my daughter and people all over the world that do not, or a country that do not care about sports, are into this. Oh, well, there's the commercials. Oh, there's the Nickelodeon version. There's the Puppy Bowl. It's a whole event.
But I wonder, I said this the week before when it was Saturday night was Luka's trade. Sunday here locally was De'Aaron's trade. So what if the NBA trade deadline, it's not a game.
Yes.
If they said, you know
not
what?
a game.
Not a game. Not a game. If they said, you know, we're going to move the deadline. So it would have been what? This Thursday. So now you don't know when trades are going to happen. But if Luka happened Saturday night into Super Bowl Sunday, and here locally De'Aaron happened, we're not watching it, but I think we're watching our phones and wanting to comment and see what everybody's doing, going, oh my gosh, did they really trade De'Aaron Fox? They traded Luka for what? How crazy would that have been if that was moved 1 week later with that game? But it's not something you watch. It would be more on your phone for information.
What if? That's interesting.
You televise the deadline.
What if the NBA put a moratorium on all trades 60 days before the deadline? And then the trade deadline
was a special.
It was 6 hours long, and you could only make trades during that window.
And you had access to the general manager's war room. Or,
it was a whole, like, you basically ran it like, not draft style, but
like
draft style.
Day, the movie?
Right.
That you and Chris loved?
Loved it. And you open it up and it's like, all right. And it's like tampering if you have any conversations before. But once like 9 a.m. Eastern hits, like the phone lines are open and you've got like cameras in every war room without audio. And teams are calling each other back and forth. And all right, let's go to Shawn. Shawn, yeah, we got breaking news. Fred was traded for Bob, and we'll break that down. Ba-da-ding, and then it's just back and forth. Everybody's wheeling and dealing. Well, they just acquired Bob. They just traded him for Jim. Like that would actually be an interesting concept.
Jim's like, I want to watch the Super Bowl too. And the halftime show.
123 million people average watched the Super Bowl. The halftime show, Kendrick Lamar, in which apparently half the country didn't understand what he was saying.
But it went up.
133.5 million.
More than the game.
Also a record. Sportsbooks cleaned up on this. They said their biggest profit was a lot of people took Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown. Big prop bet did not happen. And Philadelphia preps for their Super Bowl parade. They expect over 1 million people. 1 million people. We'll take a break. When we come back, 0-6 against New Orleans last year, 2-0 this year. Will that continue tonight? Kings and Pelicans begin a back-to-back set. We'll talk about it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda. I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. Another chilly start out there. Expect to have temperatures rebound this afternoon. Under partly sunny skies, highs today will peak into the upper 50s. We'll have rain arriving after midnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Elk Grove Honda reports that Honda has earned 3 coveted 2025 Car and Driver 10 Best Awards for the 3rd year in a row.
honoring Honda Civic, Accord, and CRV. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's happening for the President's Day sales event?
It's time for some good old-fashioned doorbusters. Right now, save up to $20,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram trucks. That's the kind of savings you don't usually see until Memorial Day, and definitely not on Ram heavy duties. But this weekend at Hoblet, it's happening.
And you have 30 to choose from?
That's right. Plus, you can also get 0% financing for 72 months on a bunch of new models, including hybrids. But you better hurry in. These deals only last through President's Day.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. 20,000 total net savings after 13,000 factory rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% off MSRP factory cash. Sample VIN savings 8013 plus 4,000 Hoblet Select inventory coupons and 1,000 trade-in assistance for 2005 or newer under 160,000 mile vehicle. Sample VIN 371844. 0% financing for 72 months on new Wagoneer S, 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE, and 2024 Dodge Hornet. $13.89 per thousand finance on approved credit through Stellantis Financial. See dealer for details.
Hey, Marvel comic fans, the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento is now serving adult beverages. This week, get ready for Captain America, Brave New World, the IMAX experience. The best place to immerse yourself in Marvel comic action is on the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen with heart-pounding audio.
You asked for me. Here I am. Captain America, caught without his wings.
You want me? Come and get me! Get your tickets early at IMAX.com/Sacramento. And don't miss Captain America, Brave New World, playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week. So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Berlard.
Hold on a second. I don't recognize this person in the chat. We were having the loofah comment earlier, or a conversation. He says, loofah only? I dare Jason to smell Dave's chair at the end of the day. Got to use cloth with the loofah. What the hell is that? Cloth with
the washcloth.
Like you put the washcloth on the loofah?
No, I think you use the loofah first, and then, I don't know. I'm trying to explain.
I'm not trying to get into a washcloth.
Is it a double?
But also, I can get cleaner with a loofah. What is he? I feel like I can get cleaner with a loofah because it's exfoliating. And I'm not trying to go after washcloth users. Like, I'm just saying part of the reason I use a loofah is I feel like I can scrub rather than wipe, I guess. It's exfoliating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not using a loofah made out of obsidian. It's not a smooth rock. It's what the hell is that? By the way, I'm also kind of a psycho about my loofahs too. Like,
yeah,
I wash
and
them.
I'm not going to smell the chair.
No, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be. There's other people sitting.
He did dare you, Jason.
Describe it.
I also think that I do wash my loofah, like in the laundry.
Okay.
Because
yeah, you want to clean.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Keep using the same one.
Same
over.
one.
So what is it like? How long until you wash it?
I wash about as often as I wash jeans. Maybe once every few wears. Throw it in there, and then I have like a backup loofah.
Yeah, a starter and a bench.
But also, true story. I'll even send you a picture. All my loofahs purple. Go Kings!
Light the loofah.
Light the loofah, baby. Speaking of purple loofahs, hey, there it is. That's the lineup. The purple loofahs. When
I thought that's what you wanted Jason to bring you back from New Orleans.
The purple loofahs. What?
Purple loofah.
Oh no, that's a muffaletta.
Oh.
You're stupid. Kings did not do well, Jason, according to the numbers against the Pelicans last year.
Yeah, got swept. And extra. 0 for 6. They ended their season. You were there. You were there with your bedazzled hat.
I was there with my bedazzled purple hat, which I need to bring in, by the way. I don't wear that.
Yeah.
That needs to be a station thing. Yeah.
I don't wear it, so I need to bring it to the station.
Bring it in here. But then hold on. This just ended. The official NBA All-Star, ADD 2025 tip-off party, which was set to take place Thursday at Thrive City in San Francisco, has been canceled due to weather. The event was due to take place between 5 and 9 with an entertainment zone that would have permitted retailers to sell alcoholic beverages to go within the zone. The Warriors-Rockets game was going to be streamed outdoors, and Rick Barry was due to make an appearance. Also, Pilo, Bay Area singer-songwriter, was set to appear, but due to forecasts of heavy rain, they have canceled it because a powerful atmospheric storm is set to arrive tonight through Thursday. So if you were going to that, sorry.
Yeah.
Why? That's not nice. I don't support this. I feel bad for people. Chris doesn't. Also, my dad letting me know that Granzella's in Williams, California, has your falafel sandwiches.
Falafel, huh?
Had a great falafel in Portland.
Muffaletta sandwich, Dad. Not even in the same vicinity as a falafel.
Both have F's.
There's a couple F's and some L's.
Muffalafel.
Oh, muffalafel.
Oh,
combo. You made something.
Oh my goodness. I love falafel sandwiches. I love muffaletta sandwiches. A muffalafel, which is an amazing name too. Also sounds like a Sesame Street character.
Maybe that's the Sabonis.
That's
also sounds like it could be on Urban Dictionary.
I give it the old muffalafel. Kings Pelicans tonight.
Yes. I think the new Pelicans will be there.
Yeah, we'll go get there and get the ball there.
The new Pelicans.
Olynyk and Bruce Brown.
Oh, the Canadians.
Yeah,
they've come.
The Toronto.
They've come down and they're doing their thing from the Raptors. Also, you might have seen Brandon Ingram signs a 3-year, $120 million extension.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for Brandon Ingram. But as far as your Sacramento Kings go, so far, so good, barely. These have been
2 close calls, but they've been wins. I think it's important at the end when they add them all up. Look, they got the extra game against New Orleans. Remember the first time they played them was in the Cup week, it's the extra schedule.
Cup week.
They got that one. They've got these 3. We knew that they were playing them 3 times in 4 games in a short span. It is tough to win these little back-to-back games in the same city, but
I don't like it.
They got to do it no matter how they do it, even if they win both by 1. I'm ready also for this team to have a game like that where it's like, okay, they're new, we get it, but other teams are too. But now it's clicked, and here we go. They have a game. I'm ready for that.
The Lakers beat Utah by 79 in Luka Doncic's debut. I get that they're new as well, but they're just, yes, I'm with you, Jason. I want to see that game where they click.
Yeah.
We're just like, I get
Zach
it.
LaVine's making threes.
That's
Keegan,
right.
like everybody, again, you're not going to have everybody play great, but it almost seems like, man, they're doing this with this player doing this. Oh, they've still done this well, but that player didn't even score. It had 0 at the half or was 1 of 12. Can they have something where it's like, man, everybody was on?
$8 for a 4th row seat tonight. I looked before the show.
Still time. Not really.
Not really. I think the last flights that they leave. I really honestly, I was like,
the flight's way more than the game.
I think round trip was like 604.
It's just so late.
Plus, your hotel. I mean, you end up dropping easily $1,000.
Who needs to sleep after the win?
Great point. I mean,
go right onto Bourbon Street,
the city that never sleeps, New Orleans, right? No. Yeah. So I will tell you this much. And this isn't me just Carmichael Daving. Like, I am worried about the game tonight.
I understand that.
Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk are probably going to make their debuts. You get that new player boost. Neither of them, unlike a Zach LaVine, who's going to take up a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Those guys are complementary players, and those guys tend to boost a little bit more. It's easier to fit them in other words.
Is this Zion's game or
tomorrow? That's
I
exactly what I'm saying. I mean, and now if I'm New Orleans, what I probably do is if CJ's not playing tonight, I'm playing Zion. And then if CJ's playing tomorrow, I'm that's the one I'm benching Zion for. I don't know, dude. If I'm looking at New Orleans tonight at home, they've been playing. I mean, they're 12-40. I know this sounds weird, but they've been playing better as of late. And I'm putting the Kings against a lineup. Let's just say of I don't know, Alvarado, Bruce Brown, one of the two, probably Alvarado and then Brown, Trey Murphy, Zion, Misi, and then you throw in a Olynyk. I don't know. Brandon Boston's there.
But he got hurt in the game here. I wonder how he's doing.
Yeah, he's he's out. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't know. That's just
you got to win it. I mean, they've got some people. You got to respect them. They can beat you. You know that,
right?
But look, later when this team's trying to get in, Monty told us yesterday if they have to go through the play-in route, they'll do it as long as they get there. But they'd rather be a top 6. To try to get to a top 6, I mean, you really kind of need to win all the games against New Orleans because otherwise, then you're going, man, to get there, they're probably gonna have to beat the Knicks or beat the Celtics here, you got to get that OKC game. Well, those are going to be very difficult. So make it when it's easier on you, got to take advantage of that.
By the way, Zion Williamson, now that he is back, 31 points in 27 minutes, 28 and 26 minutes, 29 and 28 minutes, 28 and 27 minutes, 40 and 28 minutes versus us.
He doesn't play more than 28. He's playing those 4-minute chunks.
Watch tonight's the night. They're just going to let him loose a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this. But that's why you play the games, Jason.
Right.
We'll take a break. By the way, Kings favored by 5.5 in this one, according to Vegas. When we come back, Shawn Salisbury in his final appearance of the season. He will join us to put a bow.
Let's kick it.
Yeah, we'll kick it with Shawn on the NFL year. We'll talk to him in just 1 minute next.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
At Stockton Honda, we know how to honor a great deal. Like right now, during our President's Day sales event, you can find star-spangled savings on some of our best models. Why not stop in today and see for yourself? Save thousands with low APR financing and great lease rates on over 500 new Hondas at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Join me, Alan Stiles, and the Sacktown Sports Team this Saturday, 2 to 4 p.m. at Folsom Buick GMC. Come out, win prizes, and check out amazing President's Day sales.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, welcome back. Final appearance of the year for Shawn Salisbury. Maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
He's always there to check in with, and we appreciate that. We appreciate him making time for us each and every Tuesday/Wednesday. Good morning, Shawn. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I'm a little embarrassed, Shawn. I don't mind telling you, Jason Ross asked me during the break, and I've been with you doing stuff long enough. I should know the answer here, so I'd like to apologize in advance. I look at your career, whether it's Seattle, Indy, Winnipeg, Minnesota, San Diego, Minnesota. Again, I see Houston in 1994, which you know, no disrespect at all. According to Wikipedia, you had a cup of coffee with them, practice squad, off season, whatever. You weren't there that long.
Wikipedia. Don't trust Wikipedia. I always get it right. I can go in and change yours if I need to.
What he asked me is, how did you get to Houston? How did you get to you've always been down there since I've known you, and I don't think I've ever asked you.
How I got to the show. I was recruited from when I was in Dallas. David Galvey, ESPN, recruited me to come and do radio for them, and I did radio for them for about 3 years. And then iHeart, I was a free agent, and obviously was planning on going back and signing. And then the CEO of our region at iHeart and the program director took me out to when I was free to negotiate and made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And I've been there ever since. That's how I got here. They brought me from Dallas.
Nice.
There you go, Jason.
There we go.
Question
answered.
I should have known.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, so Shawn, we obviously, everybody watched the game. We all watched the game. We thought it would maybe even go differently or be more competitive. How surprised were you at just the ease that the Eagles made it look? I mean, they were dominant that day.
Yeah, I think the roster, I think most of us agreed the roster was better. We were looking at experience, even though they've been in a Super Bowl, and how to handle distractions and wins. And with the three-peat on the line, all the things that would tell you that the Chiefs are going to be, on guard and ready to go and geared up and make it a memorable not only game but performance, even though the roster in Philadelphia was better. And I think a lot of people thought Philadelphia could win, and boy, did they. The shock for me was that there wasn't one. And now the defense played pretty damn well. They did going in. If I'd have told you Barkley was going to, rush it 20-plus times, but they were going to just let him hit singles, and that's what they did. They didn't give up the Barkley home run, caught some balls, but it opened it up for what we were concerned with. If you shut Barkley down, now Devontae Smith and Hurts and Brown, are they going to make big plays? Well, the two receivers scored, and Hurts played great football again that he did the last Super Bowl other than the fumble. So poised. The guy is poised. So I was shocked at it was a beatdown in every of epic proportions in every phase. It looked to me, honest to God, and I've never seen it. It's the worst I've seen in a meaningful game. It's the worst I've seen an Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes team play. I'm talking about for 4 quarters. It was never in doubt. They came out, hit him. Yeah, they got a couple scores, but it was never in doubt once Philadelphia jumped on them. I mean, they dominated the line of scrimmage. They dominated defensively. They made more big plays. The quarterback outplayed them. It looked as if the team, I felt like Kansas City was playing in their first Super Bowl and scared to death. It looked like a team that was ill-prepared, and I know that's not an Andy Reid team. I don't know if it's from they're exhausted from being this many games another year. I don't want to make excuses. Philadelphia just beat them. It wasn't that Kansas City lost it. Philadelphia beat them. And the same thing that happened when they lost to Brady in the Super Bowl is their offensive line got destroyed by Tampa. This Philadelphia front seven was phenomenal. And the game plan, we knew Spagnuolo would have a good one. Vic Fangio's was even better. And he's been in it a long time. To not blitz for 4 quarters and get that many sacks and pressures and still not give up big plays other than a couple throws when the game was out of reach. It was epic, man. And they outcoached him. They out-executed him. There wasn't one phase of the game where I thought, you know what? Yeah, that gave the Chiefs a chance to win. Their defense played pretty good, but their offense put them in a bind. They looked they were subpar, and they were very mid when it came to it. They looked ill-prepared to me. And I'm shocked to say it because I would never think I'd say it. The Philadelphia Eagles beat them. They manhandled them physically, mentally, and emotional. And after the first quarter, it's the first time I said in a long time, this is almost unwatchable. That's how bad they beat him down.
Shawn Salisbury with us. Shawn, I want to test drive a theory I've been scooting around this week, so bear with me on the Chiefs. I look at Patrick Mahomes, and you see all the comparisons between him and Tom Brady, of course, but I'm wondering if we can compare the franchises in the sense that you have, between the Patriots and Chiefs, you have two Hall of Fame all-time coaches. You have two organizations that are run beautifully with an all-time great quarterback. The lines generally are together, offensive, defensive. The running backs are by committee. You know, Brady's best running back was probably Corey Dillon. The year he had Randy Moss, even at wide receiver, is the year they didn't win the Super Bowl. And with Mahomes, you've got, no disrespect, but young X-Worthy, who had a great game, Juju Smith-Schuster, who was on his way out, almost retired DeAndre Hopkins. You get my point. They both had super stud, first ballot Hall of Famer tight ends, and it's almost like the franchises were testing to see how little they could put around these stud quarterbacks before they had to add some firepower. Is there anything to comparing those two franchises and how they operate?
Oh, sure. Know how to handle the salary cap.
Yep.
Know when to get rid of a player. Belichick, with a guy you say, damn, the guy's been a great player. But Belichick always would get rid of a guy who was a starter and a contributor a year before. He got rid of him a year early instead of a year late, and they kept replacing players. Both operated with different rosters. Chris Hogan one year as a receiver, who's a lacrosse player. You lose Tyreek Hill. You bring somebody else in. That guy plays well. You get Smith-Schuster a couple years back. He returns. I mean, there's always, and it is that, Kevin Falk, and you'll get a third down back for them. I mean, there's always, and then there's the expectations and the culture that when you go there, you know what to expect. So, yes, and I believe this for a long time. Over the course of, let's just say the time I played to now as a broadcaster the last 40 years, the best teams consistently, I'm not talking about the aberration of Carolina going to a Super Bowl. I'm talking about sustained consistency. Think about where the consistency exists. The Steelers, 49ers, Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs, Green Bay Packers for most. What do they all have in common? Ownership that gets out of the way and lets football people handle football, a phenomenal head coach or somebody who gets it and is there, and a quarterback, Roethlisberger. The 49ers with Montana and Young, but even with Brock, there's stability. It's stability. Usually their offensive and defensive fronts, it's similar guys. That you have three or four that are really good in the one stud, whether it's Vince Wilfork or whether it's Chris Jones, Mike Vrabel, linebacker, Rodney Harris. And you take a look at this team, same way. So there's a ton of comparisons. Neither could three-peat. One had an 18-0 record on the line. One had a chance to do what nobody else has done. Both did and couldn't close it out. And ironically, a defensive coordinator, one named Steve Spagnuolo and another named Vic Fangio, were the heroes of the game. The one against the undefeated season, Fangio's. Here's another comparison. They didn't have to blitz in the game that they beat Brady. They rushed 4 and beat him and beat down the undefeated team with a 4-man pass rush. They did the same thing with Philadelphia beating Kansas City. And both Super Bowl losses for the Chiefs have been offensive line has been pummeled. They had 2 injuries to the tackles in the game against Tampa. And you saw this where the defensive front was better than the offensive line, and they won. So defense is still winning championships, but the similarities, I don't know if eerie's the right word, but you went down the list. The comparisons are there, and rightfully so. But I will tell you this, as much as I love Mahomes, and I think he is off the charts special, Mahomes is closer to the number 2 guy, Montana, than he is the number 1 guy, Brady. He's done it 8 years, talented, awesome, been to a bunch of Super Bowls. You also, the durability, 23 years. When you get past 10 years or 12 or 15 and you're winning Super Bowls 20 years into your career, then you got to come see me. And you get on a second team, then you got to come see me. It's close. Mahomes is special, but he's still number 2, and there is a distance between him and Brady.
Interesting. So, Shawn, we know it's, right or wrong, fair or foul, whatever it is. We put too much on the quarterback, and it's such an incredible position, and you would know it. So this win for Hurts, I mean, he was great. He got the MVP. I think he was awesome. What does this do for him in a league that's got Mahomes and Jackson and Allen and still Rodgers and just some great quarterbacks? What does this do for a guy like Jalen Hurts?
Well, for him, you see how poised he is, right? I remember, and I don't mean this to pat on the back, I was at the SC Alabama game when Jalen Hurts had his coming out party when they first played him. And Nick Saban, it was in Arlington at the opening game of the season. And the year Sam Darnold had a breakout year too. Hurts played in that game, came out and played a bunch. And I can remember talking about 5 of my teammates at the game in Arlington. I said, man, that young fella's poised. He's from Channelview right here in Houston. His dad's a coach, which is pretty obvious. But I said, that's as poised the young players I've seen in a long time. And that still holds true. That's my favorite thing about him. I've never seen him get rattled. He doesn't get rattled in post-game interviews. There's just a sense of, I got this. And look at all the crap people talked about him when he got the new contract and still stayed the course. Didn't fight back. His fight back was on the field. I don't know why we as a old school and even some new school football society and judgment, if you're a dual threat quarterback, we automatically think you should be ranked behind the pure passing, straight drop back, sit in the pocket guy, which is what I was. But I don't subscribe to that. So he doesn't throw the ball as pure as Marino. Who the hell does? He doesn't play as off-schedule sidearm as Mahomes. Who the hell does? I know this. The guy's been a starter for, 4 years? Mm-hmm. Has had him in the playoffs, I think at least 2 of them, 3 of them, has had him in 2 Super Bowls and was 1 fumble away from possibly being 2-0. He's been MVP worthy in both. Eli Manning's going to the Hall of Fame, and he went to 2 Super Bowls and won them and turned the ball over, had a 500 record, and I love him, but more pure passer. We seem to want to discount, and I don't know why, because every coordinator is looking for a guy who can kill you both ways with his feet and his arm. But if you're not just a pure passer and look pretty doing it, then we seem to mark you down a notch. I don't subscribe to that. I think what it does is tells Philadelphia they got the right guy. You saw that he doesn't have to throw it 40 times to beat you. He can throw it 28 times and complete 22 of them and be the MVP. And he's also got the element of being smart, high football IQ, and a great leader that never blinked during all the fire Sirianni. Do we have our quarterback? So I think it's great for the organization and great for him. But I still don't think coming back next year that he'll get the respect that he deserves because he doesn't look. And I'm not saying color of the skin. I mean, Warren Moon was a pocket guy who could move too in college. He could do both. I'm talking about just the optics of Burrow drop back. I mean, we're finally getting to Allen. We've given the MVP he deserves, but Lamar Jackson's been great. Hurts just doesn't. He's just not going to throw it 45 times to beat you. But his strength is he can do both, and if he needs to throw it efficiently, he can. Isn't that where Aikman threw 26, 28 times a game? And we loved it. So he deserves more respect and more credit. I know this. When a guy plays his best in the biggest games, he bypasses a lot of the guys that throw for 4,500 yards that played their worst in the biggest games. I'll take Jalen Hurts any day of the week. The guy's the winner.
Last question for you, Shawn. I'm hoping you can help solve this mystery for me. I'll take you back a year ago this last December 3rd. The Philadelphia Eagles were coming off a 37-34 overtime win against the Buffalo Bills. They were 10-1, set to host an NFC Championship rematch with the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners went in and beat them 42-19. Yep. And at that point, they went from 10-1. They won one of their final, 7 games. They finish 11-6. They go to the playoffs. They get blown out 32-9 to Tampa Bay. And I've been saying ever since, Shawn, I don't know if we'll ever know the story, but god dang, that smelled like someone met with someone's girlfriend or some sort of – I to this day, Shawn, especially after the Super Bowl, have wondered what the hell happened to Philadelphia last year after that Niner game.
That's a great point. I think we all do. Now, it could be just as simple, Dave. We've seen this happen where a team gets beat. Now, for instance, this Super Bowl we just saw, I can't wait to see how the Chiefs respond.
Yeah.
They played a lot of games, and it's like, oh, we were supposed to three-peat. It wasn't even near a three-peat. I could have named 8 teams that would have shown up better on that day, which was shocking, as we said. But what are they going to do? The hangover is not just playing more games and going to the Super Bowl. The hangover is, can you overcome getting your ass handed to you I'm talking about in epic fashion. Well, with Philadelphia, you and I both damn well know, it wasn't just they didn't execute the X's and O's. Remember, that was also when the Sirianni, Jalen Hurts aren't on the same page.
Yep.
Talk started. And for whatever they did, they responded like you're supposed to. Whether it's in-house fighting, whether it's something going on, you're exactly right. But then they went in the offseason and said, no. And even early this year, Sirianni, after arguing with the fans, is going to get fired if they don't. And if they don't make the playoffs this year, or if they lose in the first round, I'm not sure that he's not fired. And now, like Ryan Day, probably going to get a contract extension, 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years. So, yeah, whatever went on, they responded the right way this year. I'm anxious to see how other teams like Buffalo respond for not winning. And then the Chiefs, could this be what happened to Seattle? You lose down there at the goal line. You lose that Seattle fame after the loss in the Super Bowl. And then the team, kind of tore apart. What's going to happen in salary cap hell for the Kansas City Chiefs? Anxious to see. But whatever it was that Philadelphia went sideways, they sure as hell righted it the right way and did what good pros and paid pros are supposed to do. Do your job, and they did it better than anybody consistently this whole year.
Shawn, as always, another year gone. We appreciate you so much, and usually we'll check in the off season as well because you're not just football dude. Love you, brother.
Here, brother.
Always appreciate your time, my man, and have fun down there. Keep kicking ass.
You will. You guys are pure class, and I'm here whenever you need me. Thanks so much for everything.
Thank you, Shawn. I'm going to remember that once fall comes up when we ask him back. Yep. Hey, you said.
Yeah. If you need anything. And pure class.
I gotta tip my cap as we go to break. The chat's great. We're talking Eagles and Chiefs and success and Brady, and then out of the blue, Raiders. Like the drunk uncle, man. Raiders. We'll take a break. When we come back, NBA news, NBA notes, standings watch, and more before we get to who's hot, who's not, and MC's favorite guests, and yours too, everyone's. Katie Christensen joins us at 9 o'clock. We'll do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
Okay, guys, who is done with their Valentine's Day shopping? What are you waiting for? Stop putting off your Valentine's Day shopping and go to Prestigio Jewelers today.
She's right. Prestigio Jewelers has everything you need for Valentine's this year. And you're approved guaranteed. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy? 6 months proof of income guarantees you a credit line of $400 to $10,000. Time is running out. Make this a Valentine's Day she'll never forget. Visit one of our showrooms today or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
You know, when it's all on the line, you need a big-time closer, and that's especially true when it comes to your garage door. And that's why I recommend National Garage Door, 638-4554. Whitey Gleason here for National Garage Door. Whether you're looking to repair an existing door or get a brand new one installed, you need National Garage Door. Family-owned and operated. They've been around since 1974 because service is their number one priority. National Garage Door are the region's BSE, that's broken spring experts. Styles, prices, and quality of the new doors will amaze you. Our garage door was starting to sound kind of, and that's not good. So Kevin from National Garage Door came out. He said patching up the old one was an option, but we're getting a new garage door. We're pretty happy about that. National Garage Door sells quality Rainer branded garage doors. They offer sales, service, and installation on all residential and commercial doors and operators. If you have garage door needs, old ones coming apart, or you're looking to improve your curb appeal, let National Garage Door come through for you in the clutch and be your closer. 638-4554, National Garage Door.
The PGA club fitters at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio know that golf should be fun. They also know that players of all abilities will hit the ball farther and straighter, play better golf, shoot lower scores, and have more fun if they get fitted before they purchase golf clubs. Hagen Oaks delivers the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA professionals. See how the game can be even more fun. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
Coach Christie here letting you know the Folsom Lake Kia President's Day sales event is here. Save big with special offers on all your favorite Kia models and buy with zero down with approved credit. Join the winning team at Folsom Lake Kia.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Brandon Ingram's rich. He already was, but $120 million. It's a lot of...
Wow, for a 10-year contract?
It's a lot of cash.
A lot of cash.
That is a lot of cash.
You think Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram are the start of something for Toronto, or just... I feel like we might not see a lot of Brandon Ingram.
I don't...
And that's an unfair thing. That's probably what people say when someone goes to Sacramento. But
I feel like Brandon Ingram is like a really poor, unhealthy man's version of DeMar DeRozan. I've never really been a fan. I respect Brandon.
And though weren't the Kings interested?
They were, and I was not a fan.
Yeah.
I respect Brandon Ingram. As a matter of fact, last year, you mentioned when we went to the play-in game.
Yeah.
I think I told you I was sat right next to his dad the whole game.
Dad Ingram,
and we got to talking a little bit during the game and just watching Ingram.
And you told him, I'm not a fan.
Not a fan. Watching Brandon Ingram operate and score. He's a professional scorer.
Yep.
He's so smooth. He's so good at scoring. I don't really think he brings anything else to the table, and he can't stay healthy. And in DeMar DeRozan's case, doesn't bring a ton. He's not a plus defender. Right. He's not really a plus rebounder or assist guy. He's not a
bad assist.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's not throwing out 7-8 assists a game, but not a 3-point shooter. But in DeRozan's case, he's consistent. He's, I think, a better scorer than Brandon Ingram, and he's there all the time. So in that case, it's like that's a great player. With Ingram, I don't know. And the problem is the same thing with Scotty Barnes. Look, I
think he's pretty good.
I love Scotty Barnes. Yeah. Look, he's a Florida State guy, but it's I don't know what it is, and until it works out differently, I'm going to keep saying it. There is something about Florida State players that come to the NBA. Who's the kid with the Bulls? Everyone was Patrick Williams.
Yep.
When he's on the floor, you see there's a great player, a good player at least in there. And in Scotty Barnes' case, I think there's an all-star player in there with Scotty Barnes. He is he may be, with apologies to the Sam Cassells of the world and Dave Cowanses of the world, he may be pound for pound the greatest player to ever come out of Florida State University. But the problem with Scotty, there's always something. And the issue with Scotty Barnes is he's brittle. 60 games last year. He has played in 41 games this year, so I'm hoping he's gotten over it. He played in 70-something his first 2 years. That was an issue going back to school. 4 pick in the draft, 20 points, 8 boards, 6 assists, and he has a defensive way to him. I like Scotty Barnes. I'm glad they signed him the extension. I hope I think if the guy can continue to play and rebound and play 70-plus games a year, I think he's going to be a multi-time All-Star. I hope. I think he may be the best FSU player ever out of there. I just don't really know what Toronto's doing, but I think they're going back to reload. They think that they've got a core now with Barnes and Ingram, and maybe with Ingram as a complementary player.
Yeah, but RJ Barrett, there's some things there.
Yeah, and I don't hate Emmanuel Quickly either, to be honest with you. And
Yeah.
then Jakob Poeltl is an underrated center.
But just at the top of the East, it's just like, yeah, they're just not there. But again, you don't do that in one move per se. So
No. By the way, I know it's fun to say, but I also think Grady Dick's a good young player too. That's a guy that's going to be. He's one of those guys that's he's not going to lead the team. He's not going to be the guy, but I guarantee you, every time the Kings play Grady Dick, I don't care where he is. If he's just one of those guys that's going to kill us every single time. Alex Len is a Laker.
Okay.
As soon as you leave the Kings, Alex Len is like national news.
Gross.
I mean, I love Alex Len, and I wish him all the best, and I hope he's great in every game except when he plays us. But holy crap, dude.
I hope he's great when they win a championship.
Well, that's Chris. He said that. That's a quote. He wants the Lakers to win the
Chris
title.
rooting for Luka and
wow,
the Lakers.
Wow, yeah, Luka Chris. And this, by the way, as we go to break, this Mark Williams, Dalton Connect deal, this is getting weird. The Hornets are protesting it now, saying, how did he fail the physical? And now, I mean, how do they do that?
We have our doctors, but then it's like, yeah, I can't trust that.
Right? Does the NBA like bring him to an independent doctor and he gets poked and prodded? And then, by the way, what happens if Charlotte wins there? Do they like have to do the trade?
Yeah, I don't know. They have to go to a TV doctor.
It's so weird, man. Like having to go back to a team after your trade. You're like, hey,
sure.
just kidding.
Yeah.
LOL.
We've always loved you.
We were testing you. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, let's get into what are we doing? Oh, who's hot? Who's not?
Yeah.
And how about a 3 in the key?
Let's do it.
Let's do it all next.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Paul George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting their focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Hurry in and save big during Honda's President's Day sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Civics, and Accords with low finance and lease options. Plus, get an instant cash offer for your trade. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's happening for the President's Day sales event?
It's time for some good old-fashioned doorbusters. Right now, save up to $20,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram trucks. That's the kind of savings you don't usually see until Memorial Day, and definitely not on Ram heavy duties. But this weekend at Hoblet, it's happening.
And you have 30 to choose from?
That's right. Plus, you can also get 0% financing for 72 months on a bunch of new models, including hybrids. But you better hurry in. These deals only last through President's Day.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. 20,000 total net savings after 13,000 factory rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% off MSRP factory cash. Sample VIN savings 8013 plus 4,000 Hoblet Select inventory coupons and 1,000 trade-in assistance for 2005 or newer under 160,000 mile vehicle. Sample VIN 371844. 0% financing for 72 months on new Wagoneer S, 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE, and 2024 Dodge Hornet. $1389 per thousand finance on approved credit through Stellantis Financial. See dealer for details.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who, dare I ask, is hot?
Yeah, ask.
Okay, I'm going to ask. Who's hot?
The NBA.
Oh, really?
It's right after the Super Bowl. Guess what's happening tonight?
What?
All 30 teams in the NBA are playing this evening.
Yeah,
Let's
everybody
go.
in action.
Sounds like a special dinner tonight is in store.
Like Sloppy Joe's.
You know what I'm going to do tonight, Jason? I got a ham bone in the freezer with a bunch of meat on it. I got some cannellini beans in cans. Candellini beans. I got some
Candellines?
Yes. I got some carrot. I got some celery. A little cornstarch, just thicking it up. I think we're going to go with a nice, good old-fashioned ham and bean soup this evening. Maybe some crusty bread with it. Maybe a little Bed Bath & Beyond if there's time. I don't know.
Got a pretty busy Wednesday.
Pretty busy Wednesday. We'll bring some in tomorrow for you. I'll probably forget.
Yeah, you will.
You will.
But the thought's there. Hey, I brought in the thing.
What's that?
Oh, okay. You want to play that game? How about this? And let's be honest here. When was the last time, Jason, we'll start with you. When was the last time you used your egg maker?
Probably a month and a half ago.
Chris?
But I've used it a lot.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I've used it a lot.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's a great
It really
gimmick.
is. Honestly, we should have one here. Don't you have a fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Nice.
We should probably have some eggs in there. I know they're
Yeah, it's
expensive.
in there.
Where's their fridge?
Yeah, but I thought it was a fridge
below
back
the
there.
microwave.
Yeah.
That's my fridge.
Oh, does it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put some
It
eggs
was
in
in
there.
Frankie's office, which was my old office.
Maybe some Pam spray. Thing English muffins.
Yeah.
Why not? Hamburger buns, also underrated for a breakfast sandwich.
Sure.
Who's not?
The New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, yeah.
They're only
Do it.
12-41. They've lost their last 9. They are on a 9-game losing streak. It's pretty safe to say
What?
that is going to continue this week.
He's doing it.
What are you doing? Why would you do that?
They're the worst team in the Western Conference.
Dave.
There's only one team worse than them.
Who's that?
The Wizards.
Everything. Every fan says.
Well, guys,
every single thing that every fan does at home or at the stadium makes a direct impact in the game.
Just did the thing. It would have lasted all show.
Probably would have.
Yeah.
You know what? Not now.
Would have been the first time.
I'm not going to censor Chris ever. This is a showocracy, not a show-tatership. But that's just...
He went there.
Look what you did. You broke the underside of Gavin's nose.
Oh, it might be no arm
looks
Gavin.
like Sean Strickland.
Put his hat back on.
You know who else is not hot? Domantas Sabonis' Instagram. Big news around social medias. He has been unfollowed by De'Aaron Fox. Dun.
Who does the research on those things?
I don't know, people. Also, what?
Look, I found the place your life is going, in the garbage.
Yeah. Is Domantas Sabonis now questionable for tonight? Sadness. Whitey Gleason has been known to have a funny thing here and there once upon a time.
Funny.
People say he's washed. I disagree.
Wow.
Right?
Who's saying that?
Never heard it once.
Well, they say it. I hear. I defend him all the time. Like, he's not
streets?
washed. Yeah, he uses a loofah. He has some suggestions on his Twitter account for nicknames for Sabonis and Valanciunas.
Okay, I'd like to hear these.
All right. And let's be honest.
How many are there?
There are 4.
Okay. I'm going to rank them.
Lithuanian lumber.
Okay.
The king-sized combo.
Okay.
The Crash Brothers.
Okay.
I lied. There's 3 because the fourth option is other. Please add. Crash Brothers, king-size combo, Lithuanian lumber. Can I just, before you guys start, can I just say, I don't want to influence anyone. Can I just say, not his best effort. Not bad.
Maybe he was given those and he was putting them
Maybe
out.
that it, because I hold Whitey to a bit of a pedestalistic standard.
That's fair.
And I just,
because he lives there. He's always
up there. For average person, those are creative. Yeah. For the Whitatious one,
yeah. Give him a guitar and make a song out of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Jonas and Domas. Come on, Whitey. I'm just
off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head. If I can do that, he's gonna take it 10
Your
times.
Your air guitar was pretty good too.
Thank you. I had the little thing, the strummer.
You know, I am a fan of king size combo.
You are a fan of king size because of the double entendres.
Yeah.
What do you rank the other 2?
They're fine.
They're fine. I mean, I get where we're going with.
I do like king size combo.
If I'm being honest, the one that I think has the Crash Brothers, because it's like the Splash Brothers or the Bash Brothers. It's the Crash Brothers, and they crash. They're big loaves of meat.
You're thinking of Smash. I think he's more.
Yeah, Smash, Crash. They both work.
Dash.
They are meatloafs. That would actually.
the meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Katie coming up in 9 minutes. 3 in the key, please. Kings Pelicans tonight. Last year they were 0-6. This year they're 2-0, winning by a combined 7. Sacramento Kings at Smoothie King Center, where they don't have milkshakes at all. But they have a popcorn stand, and there's all kinds of spices. It's good. Jason?
Okay. Let's start with the first category. First and last king to score tonight.
Be the first king to score, Malik Monk. Last king to score. Give me DeRozan. DeMarvellous DeRozan.
Okay, I'm going to go with Sabonis first, Monk last. Chris?
I'm going to go DeRozan and Monk.
Okay. Got a lot of Monk.
Derunk.
You're Derunk.
You're Derunk.
How many drinks? You're Derunk. Largest lead by Sacramento and largest lead by New Orleans.
New Orleans 12, Sacramento 4. I got a lot of work to do here to counter Chris.
I have 16 for the Kings, 5 for the Pelicans.
Kings 23. Pelicans. I think I'll save this for my.
Okay, I think I know where you're going.
Interesting.
Just because they've been brought up, I'm going to do it. We're going to go one bonus question. The Crash Brothers stat line. So we want Sabonis or Chris, in Chris's words, king size combo. Points and rebounds for Sabonis and Valanciunas total, I guess.
So each or total?
We'll do it. Oh,
total.
We'll do total.
Okay. Give me 28 points, 21 rebounds.
Okay. I'm going to have 34 and 24.
43 and 26.
And then the last is the random stat, something you're predicting that will happen tonight.
Unfortunately, guys, we want them to sweep both games. It's not going to happen tonight.
This is the one.
No CJ, but Zion will play.
Do we know no CJ for sure?
No, we don't. I'm just guessing here. This is this is all random stat. Zion goes for 30 plus, and the New Orleans Pelicans win 114-109.
Very specific.
Very.
I'm going to go back to this one because it's going to happen. 4 20-point scores for the Kings.
I like it.
Chris?
The Kings will not trail in this game.
Wire to wire.
You're really trying. Like, we're playing jinx tennis here. I don't like it.
Yeah. Who's winning?
Steven wants to know if Sabonis is really questionable. Yes, he's questionable with sadness, as I said, from De'Aaron Fox and following him on Instagram.
Reports are he's devastated.
Devastated. You know what? I haven't logged into my Instagram in quite a while. I think I'm going to go unfollow De'Aaron and even it out.
Okay.
Yep.
Got to get that jinx part.
Got to even everything out. The Beef Brothers. Ooh, I kind of like the Iron Curtain. The Eastern Bloc, we talked about that, but they're in the West. I don't know.
How about the Western Bloc?
The Western Bloc.
West, not wings. That's your favorite show.
I'm preying on my favorite show, man. The West, not wings. Domantas Sabonis has rescinded his hug on with De'Aaron Fox from a few months ago.
I actually have audio. Sabonis just found out about Instagram.
Please,
Chris,
exclusive right here on KHDK.
How come you don't want me, man?
Wait, hey, hold on. Was that hey, that was Will Smith with what's his face? R.I.P.
Shredder.
Who?
Shredder.
Oh, the
he was the voice of Shredder.
Oh, okay. When he said, "How come?" Well, that was about his dad, who turned out was kind of a charlatan, if I may say.
Definitely a charlatan,
a ne'er-do-well.
Yeah.
I don't think he was that good of a guy.
I don't think he was either.
Hot take.
When we come back, here's a good guy, good girl, good gal, good person, analyst, Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Katie Christensen, just a 1-minute break. We're back with Katie next.
Tonight, Kings and Pelicans. Team night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 16. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I wake up
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Toyota's President's Day sales event is on. Save big before it's too late on Toyota's unbeatable hybrid lineup. Right now is the time to get big savings on 16 Toyota hybrid models from the longest-lasting brand on the road. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Toyota's President's Day sales event ends Monday. Hurry in for savings today.
Give me only what I need.
Toyota, let's go places.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Elk Grove Honda reports that Honda has earned 3 coveted 2025 Car and Driver 10 Best Awards for the 3rd year in a row, honoring the Honda Civic, Honda Accord, and Honda CR-V. Honda Accord wins for a record 39th time. You can see and drive all the new 2025 award-winning models at Elk Grove Honda and see why Honda cars and trucks continue to impress the critics. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Katie Christensen is in New Orleans. We're efforting her. It's 11 a.m. Louisiana time, and she's not answering. What? No.
Hopefully she's not in a film session again.
Oh, Katie.
Priorities.
Come on, Katie. You know, be a pro. Your husband's about to be on Survivor. You can't pull this crap. You know, give him a bad name.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, are you awake? All right, we just tried to call you. Are you in a wind tunnel? Okay, he's going to call you back. Okay, you'll call. All right, bye. All right, bye. She actually hung up on me 4 seconds ago, but I'm just trying to look cool.
Yeah, you're doing the bit.
You know what? She just hung up.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing a total bit because yeah, all right.
Me too. Oh.
I'll just pick it up, Chris, when she calls. She's looking at her memory right now and finding the inside line number, and she's putting on her glasses. She's going to dial it. She just hit the wrong one. Butt dial. Sorry, she's texting somebody. Sorry, a butt dialed. And let's see. There we go. Hi, Katie. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How are you?
Oh, you're not Katie. You're Jason.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, Jason. I'm looking for Katie.
First time
caller. Long time listener.
You have the Jason driving the game.
I love the show.
Thanks. Yeah. Oh, sorry. See, it just same thing happened. What the hell, Katie? How long does it take?
Wait, did you actually talk to her?
Yes. No, that wasn't a bit.
Was that really her?
She's been having phone issues. I just texted her. Is this snarky if I text hello?
Yeah. Why did you say the wind tunnel? Was it
because she's like hello?
Good morning.
Hi,
Good
how
morning.
are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Did you forget our number? What took so long?
Well, I was outside and it's very windy, so I had to come inside.
That's the wind tunnel. Okay. Well, you know
Katie,
what?
thinking of our listeners. Thank you very
Right.
much.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe call Sam Amick on that one. Better late than never. You're in New Orleans. We have some business to get out of the way before we talk basketball. Number one, Katie, we were talking about this earlier. If Jason and I, we both love New Orleans. If we were there, what we would have done yesterday when we arrived. So we have a little bit of a wager going. What did you do for dinner last night?
Oh, I grabbed a pizza from around the corner.
I think I know the pizza place. I think. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's called Willie's Pizza and Wings.
Yep.
You grabbed a pizza in New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, so I wasn't really up for anything elaborate.
Okay.
You had mentioned you thought maybe even room service, so at least she got out.
At least she got out. Yeah. I thought maybe room service and taxes. It's that time of year. All right. Well, we were saying maybe today we would have taken a walk, got some beignets, had a muffaletta at Central Grocery or Frank's at lunch. I'm guessing none of that. It's going to be in your room prepping.
Yeah, I mean, we just played New Orleans, so it's just like an update my boards type of thing. But it's incredibly, incredibly windy here today, so it's not much of a walk around type of experience.
Do you like? I mean, Katie, the league has done this a little bit where you stay in the same city. Just you personally, you guys don't do that often. You guys were in New York for I think 4 days earlier this year, but to be in New Orleans for a couple days for 2 games, do you like this setup?
I think it's obviously easier in the sense of like travel and, it's easier to play the same team back to back, like for me personally, like from a prep perspective. But, when New Orleans was just in Sacramento, I was talking to Joel, who is their play-by-play guy, a great guy. And he made a point that I never thought about before. He's like, I feel like it's incredibly unfair to the fans to have 2 home back-to-back series with the same team, because you come the first night, it's like you're seeing the same team the next night. So he made a great point. Is like, what's the incentive for them to come both nights when you're playing the same team back-to-back nights? So I do think that is an interesting component. They did it originally because of COVID, right? Because of the protocols and the things that were in place, and they've kept it saying that it's easier for travel. But he goes, Dallas will come and play a back-to-back series, or what? It's an hour flight. You're telling me you're cutting down on travel? Like so I don't know. I don't know that I really like it from that perspective. From the fan perspective, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But for mine, from a selfish level, it makes it a lot easier.
Katie, you want to do a lightning round here before we get into basketball? The chat is brewing with questions, and it has to do with some conversations we've been having earlier. So are you ready just to fly through some quick ones?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Your opinion on Axe body spray?
Yeah.
Fine in moderation.
Let me see your pen real quick, because I think I know the answer here. I want to play How Well Do I Know Katie? All right. Katie, are you a washcloth or loofah person?
I use the hand mitts.
Oh, game changer.
Wow. Honestly, I have heard of these two. I've seen
them, but I did not anticipate that.
No, I didn't either. But yeah, they're like loofah mitts that you put
it's
on,
a combo
and you
of
just
all of that.
you just scrub with your hands.
Yeah.
I honestly would give those a whirl.
Yeah.
So am I correct that you're also a soap lotion type, not a bar of soap person?
The oil of Olay body wash, yes.
Yeah, I knew it was something designer, but she's also throwback because she carries a handkerchief around.
I know. Seen.
I do.
We're trying to find some things for some nicknames for the Sabonis Jonas lineup. We've had a couple thrown in here that I haven't even told Jason yet. The Ivory Towers.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Somebody said SPF 100. I said, why? They said, because they block everything, but they don't really block anything. The Bangin' Lithuanians.
Okay.
A little bit of, okay. We're trying to find out, but what about Dojo, Domas, and Jonas?
No, that's interesting. Yeah.
And finally, and this is just to educate everybody out there, I was wondering if you might explain to people, because you're fairly worldly, what is a Mack train?
Okay, you're such a brat. A Mack train is when you're thinking of a freight train and a Mack truck at the same time, and half of each come out.
We were watching the broadcast the other night. She said something like, it hits like a Mack train. And I turned to Melissa and I go, what the hell is it?
I'm pretty sure most people understand the reference.
Who was the Mack train?
I don't even remember.
Oh, it was Zion.
Oh,
good Lord.
How do they guard that Mack train?
How do they guard that Mack train? it's like a bullet truck. Katie Christensen joining us.
Gosh.
So they go 0-6 against the Pelicans, and they're 2-0, but I think they've won both games by a combined 7. We, of course, I always have to say this because we're good people. We hope everything is good in CJ McCollum's life because he's out for personal reasons or has been. I'm fine with him taking more time off because he always destroys us. But, Katie, a 12-win Pelican team, that's fine. Am I wrong for being nervous about tonight? The Kings are favored by 5.5. I ain't buying it. They're going to have some new guys perhaps tonight show up, but Zion is he is a Mack train, and I'm worried about tonight's game, Katie. I don't think this is going to be a rollover like a lot of people do.
No, I don't think, first of all, it's never been a great matchup. They have great length on the perimeter. They have great guard play. I haven't looked at the injury report yet this morning. But the reality is like the final couple games before the All-Star break are always brutal. Like it is a time where you can either completely steal a game or two or just fall flat on your face. So I'm really hoping that they're able to come in, and it would be fantastic to go 3-0 on this road trip. I mean, that Dallas game, for them to be able to get that one was a big deal, especially because the Warriors won that night. So had the Warriors won and the Kings lost, like how the standings are right now, it would have been a complete flip, and you would have had Phoenix, I believe, go down to like 11. And it would have changed things. So if they can climb up 2 more games going into the All-Star break, it's really going to make a difference when it comes to April. And that's the thing. It's like now is where each game is like truly important and has serious repercussions when it comes to April, especially when you're in that, that block of 4 that is in the play-in position.
Katie, I don't know if it was by, not even say accident, but we did see the DeMontis and Jonas combo, and that ironically was against the Smalls of Dallas. It worked really well. Do you think that's a lineup we see more of going forward with Doug Christie?
Yeah, I think we'll see it situationally, and it was pretty impressive that he used it in that situation because Dallas had lost Gafford. They already had their other 3 guys that could play at that position out with injury. So they had no bigs. I mean, they were playing Kessler Edwards at the 5. But I think because of the size of some of their perimeter players, that going with a equally like small lineup, if you will, was not beneficial for the Kings. So what I loved about it is he went with the double big lineup. And what that did is when they trapped Kyrie in that high pick and roll out by half court, that's a long way for that center to recover and get to the rim to be able to contest and be able to rebound at the rim as well. And so when Domas was up trapping, JV was down at the rim, and it completely took away what they were looking for. So I thought it was a brilliant, job by Doug to go to that lineup because it really helped them when they were trying to be aggressive and blitz that pick and roll with Kyrie and get the ball out of his hands. So I imagine, we see a lot of pick and roll. There's a lot of guards, like lead guards in this league, that you really do need to double team them and trap them off the pick and roll action. So I think that, with very little practice time, they hadn't even practiced that with that lineup. I think that is something that we'll probably see going forward, specifically in those situations where they got a lead guard that they just really need to get the ball out of their hands.
Katie, I'm going to ask you the same thing we asked Monty McNair yesterday. You have Keon Ellis on the bench, probably the team's best defender, if not Keegan Murray, who's a starter. Domas is I think it's safe to say a plus defender, but he's not, all world. DeRozan, Monk, and Levine try their best. So you're not talking about a starting lineup filled with great individual defenders. And we talked about how Doug was on the 0-2 Kings, in which they led the league in opposing field goal percentage, and that was with Bibby, Divac, Weber, and Peja, who aren't traffic cones but aren't that far off. How does this team, in your opinion, how do they become, if they're not going to be great individual defenders, how do they become good at team defending? Because that seems like the biggest question now that the depth has been addressed.
Yeah, it's possible, right? I think Trey Lyles is by far our best team defender. He is always where he needs to be. He's always on a string. He's communicating really well, and he is someone that you can trust behind you, right? When you don't have the vision behind you. And so I think a lot of having a great five out there on the floor that plays well together as a team is really, really more about trust than anything, and just knowing that not only is the guy on the ball going to do what he's supposed to in terms of, whatever the scout is, like make him go left, make him go right, don't let him go middle, and know that there's someone behind you that is going to be there on time, right? And to me, a lot of it is just time together on the floor. And I think a lot of the thing too is, and this has always been my stance on defense, defense is 100% effort based. It is not about being some freakishly skilled lockdown defender. It's about making sure that the game scout in terms of each individual player tendencies, communicating, and effort. So I don't know. I don't know what the ceiling is for this group. Obviously, the starting five has changed. They've had some light practice here on the road. So I don't, and that's the tough thing about it is it's not like they're going to have some practices in the All-Star break period, but there's not going to be a lot of practice going forward. So it's almost like their capabilities and what they're able to do is based on, okay, maybe the off season and training camp next year. But that group that you talk about from Doug's days, they were together a long time, Dave. And I think that goes a long way on that end as well.
Offensively, Katie, when you have De'Aaron Fox and DeMar DeRozan, there's two great closers. Well, obviously De'Aaron's gone. You still have a great closer. We saw him close with the game-tying hoop in regulation, then the game-winning hoop in overtime. I know they've got more people that can do it, but is this going to kind of be in close games? This is the spot why you've got a guy like DeMar DeRozan. Are you comfortable with him being the guy that has the ball last now going forward?
Yeah, 100%. And I think Malik is also a really great clutch player as well. And I think that comes to the situation of the game, like who has it going. Like DeMar came out super, super aggressive in that game. He had a really slow first half against New Orleans in the final game before we started on this trip in Sacramento. And he took one field goal. He had 2 points. They were at the free throw line. He had, I think, 10 points in the second half or 11 points in the second half. So, I think that it also can be based on situation of who's got it going in that particular game. But I think more times than not, it's going to be DeMar and then probably Malik.
Katie Christensen joined. Sorry, you stopped abruptly. I was not prepared. Katie's joining us right now. What did I want to ask you? I just had. Oh, Katie, according to reports, De'Aaron Fox has unfollowed Domantas Sabonis on Instagram. Your thoughts?
You're kidding me, right?
No, he really did. Oh, you're saying
really
you're saying, am I really asking you that? I don't. The way things these days, it's so funny with everything over the last couple of weeks that's gone on. The way things get disseminated by people and in the media. Like, first off, I didn't even know any of them followed each other, but like, that's like a legit thing. There's like actual websites and Twitter accounts that check to see who is and who isn't following somebody. And I think as we deal with the aftermath of all that, I want to follow up with on what Jason said about DeRozan. I'm not trying to make a case that trading De'Aaron Fox is good or bad. We've already litigated that. But in your mind, could one of the positives out of Fox not being here and talking about DeMar DeRozan, that it's fairly clear now who is the clutch guy, the go-to guy, the offensive guy, that maybe, I don't want to say there was confusion, but it's certainly a lot less confusing now whose hands you want that ball in late in games?
Yeah, I think probably, I think that's probably something that you can say. But I think even with when De'Aaron was here, I think it was clear that De'Aaron was the guy. And we saw a couple games where it kind of split. I think it was an overtime game, and like De'Aaron scored the first, or DeMar scored the first 8 points of overtime, and De'Aaron scored the second 8 points of overtime. So, I mean, I don't know. This is like one of those things where it's like De'Aaron is gone, and this team has to figure out their identity going forward. And clearly DeMar is someone, I think I saw something the other night, like he has more fourth quarter points than anybody in the NBA in like the last 10 years or something like that. It's absurd. Like
last decade, most clutch points of anyone. Yep.
Yeah. He's clearly, very respected and seasoned in that realm.
Well, the All-Star break's coming for you too. What's this is the time, like finally a break. You just getting away from basketball?
She already laughed.
Just gonna be home. Gonna be home with kids and basketball practice and swim practice, and catch up on stuff. Taxes. Hopefully, finish those off and just take care of some life things and get some rest. Hopefully.
Did you see my son cutting down the nets yesterday? Did you wake up yet enough to see that he was cutting down nets because they won section?
I did not.
All right, just sent you the picture.
Yeah.
Mason's cutting down the nets, and Avery was
very cool for Mason.
Yeah, very much. Avery was conducting the band last night. Hey, can I ask you a Survivor question or no?
Sure.
Okay, and I want to be in all seriousness, audience. I want to be really, really careful here because I love Katie, and as much as I mess with her, I don't want to get her in trouble. So, Katie, feel free to answer this in any way, which also includes not answering it. I knew somebody that was on Survivor years and years and years ago through a friend, and they went into detail with me about like the insane amount of things everyone has to sign to keep everything under wraps and a secret, and the insane amount of penalties that would get dropped.
Yeah.
Do they still do that? I imagine as hardcore.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Like to the point where like you almost, it's like I want to ask you stuff once the show starts.
I'm pretty sure that he signed off our daughter. Like, that was like they get her if he says anything. Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't even want to know what she had to sign. But Jason, it was something like it's like this giant NDA everybody had to sign, and it was like not only was it like this massive fine, like huge fine, but then you also like forego any winnings, like it's basically like we're not saying we'll kill you, but we're going to take you on a long drive in the woods, dude. So that I would imagine you're excited about this debut coming up in a couple weeks, but I also imagine by the time It's over. I've never been pregnant before, but my wife used to tell me in the 9th month, I just want this baby out. Like, I imagine it's going to be similar where you're just going to also kind of be happy to be able to talk about it.
Yeah. Just, well, and for the, like, how it finishes to, you know, like, to know, right? Like, to know how it finishes and be able to talk about it. It's just even waiting for them to drop the cast, like, to confirm. We had kind of like a going away party before he left during the summer. And we just couldn't tell anybody like where he was going, like what he was doing. And like one of my friends, it's a mom at the school, when the thing dropped, she's like, "Oh my God, like I thought rehab, but no, we were celebrating with, you know, wine. And so it wasn't rehab." And then I was like, is she in the CIA? Like, she had all these wild things. And she's like, "I never thought about something like this. And it never occurred to me that people would be really left to these wild ideas of like what he could be doing for you know, however long."
Well, I guess we'll end the interview this way, based on all of that. How specifically well does he do, and how does it end? Please go into detail.
We're really excited for the season to start.
Good answer. Good answer.
Excellent answer.
She was ready for that. She knows you.
That is Kings analyst.
Are you running for office?
That's Kings analyst Katie Christensen. You can see her on the broadcast tonight. Tip off at 5 from New Orleans. Feel better. I'm sure you've brought several of your bandana handkerchiefs with you. And if you can, please do get out at some point and enjoy some sort of New Orleans food so you can text us and we can be jealous. Pictures are accepted.
I've been to New Orleans like 50 million times.
I've been to New Orleans a bunch too. It's still, the muffaletta still tastes good every time. The gumbo at the gumbo shop is amazing. Commander's Palace. Oh my God. The turtle soup. Come on, Katie.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave you with that.
With what?
You salivating over.
Oh, I thought you were leaving. Okay, I got you. All right. Hey, have a great time. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. She's like, "I'm done."
I don't care if I went to New Orleans every weekend, dude. I cannot. Maybe it's possible. Maybe if you lived there for a long time, I can't imagine New Orleans food getting old.
Yeah.
I can't. There's too much. Oh, I've had too much gumbo.
Go get there and get them all there.
Go for the sandwiches. Oh, no, you know what? I'll have a po' boy. Oh, here's some more Gulf shrimp. Oh, here, I'll go over here to Dookie Chase, some of the best fried chicken in the entire world. Yeah. Oh, it's I'm a little weird with crawfish. I'm not going to lie. No, it's the whole sucking the heads thing. And,
yeah, I got it.
And then it just, when you get the tail out, it's just like a little shrimp. It's just too much.
Too much work.
It is too much work. It is. And it's like, and somebody once said that like, they said like lobsters and crabs and crawfish are like, they're all like the insects of the sea, which is like true. I get that. But crawfish is the only one where I really kind of feel like I'm eating a bug. Like I can fake myself out with the other stuff. The crawfish, it does. It feels like you're eating a sea bug, and I don't want a sea bug. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings and Pelicans tonight, we'll preview that. What to watch coming up as well, and we'll get to crosstalk. Final half hour of the program coming up next.
Tonight, Kings and Pelicans. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery. Ends President's Day. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Lowe's knows that your deadlines don't change, even when your job does. But with Lowe's Buy Online, Pick Up in Store, we'll help you adjust on the fly. And when you absolutely can't leave the project, we can deliver to your job site as soon as same day. Lowe's knows pros. We help, you save. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda. I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Wednesday. Another chilly start out there. Expect to have temperatures rebound this afternoon under partly sunny skies. Highs today will peak into the upper 50s. We'll have rain arriving after midnight tonight. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Elk Grove Honda reports that Honda has earned 3 coveted 2025 Car and Driver 10 Best Awards for the 3rd year in a row, honoring Honda Civic, Accord, and CR-V. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help. You save.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Okay, guys, who is done with their Valentine's Day shopping? What are you waiting for? Stop putting off your Valentine's Day shopping and go to Prestigio Jewelers today.
She's right. Prestigio Jewelers has everything you need for Valentine's this year. And you're approved guaranteed. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy? 6 months proof of income guarantees you a credit line of $400 to $10,000. Time is running out. Make this a Valentine's Day she'll never forget. Visit one of our showrooms today or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Buy 5 quarts of Castrol Edge Full Synthetic Motor Oil and get a $15 gift card after rebate, plus 2 times points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The huge President's Day sale is on at Maida Chevy, Sacramento Silverado headquarters.
Save $10,250 off MSRP after rebates on new half-ton Silverado LT after rebates with over 50 in stock.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area.
$10,250 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
I'm George Washington, and I approved this message. Out of rules, special financing, leasing, some other options. 5 in the summer, must have 2011 or newer Chevrolet.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
What did Katie call when we said to you loofah or washcloth? Hand scrubbers?
Hand mitt?
Hand mitts.
Yeah.
I may, Chris, have you ever tried a hand mitt?
I have not.
Jason?
No. I have seen them, though.
That might be a good show present. Also, do you get two?
I believe so, right?
Or you just, because you don't loofah with two hands.
Yeah, but why not have the...
I know, I'm with you.
Kind of everywhere.
Do you have like a free hand,
I still think you can...
The lotion?
With either hand.
I never really... I've heard of hand mitts, and then it just kind of went out the...
I use oven mitts. You have those?
I do.
Yeah.
But I don't, let's see, exfoliating...
These are soft, supple hands.
Come on now. No, they really are. Whoa.
How do you know?
30-piece exfoliating gloves for shower, 15 colors, $9.99.
30-piece?
This seems like a scam.
And a cash grab.
I'm reading the reviews. Customers find the bathing sponges. Well, what the hell is it? Is it a hand mitt? Is it a bathing sponge?
That's what you do. You
maybe hand mitt is like Kleenex.
Yeah, universal.
Like it's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Customers find the bathing sponges a good value for the price. They say the sponges exfoliate effectively, leaving their skin smooth and soft. The material is gentle yet effective.
I leave the skin silky and smooth.
Does it wash your hands like through the thing too? Because
I would imagine. Yeah, I don't think they're waterproof. Many customers appreciate the quality, durability, and washability of the sponges, which are long-lasting and hold their shape well. I guess my only question is this. I have really big hands. Are they one size fits all, or are they going to be like a yarmulke for my hands? Where it's just like on the edge?
Yeah.
I don't want...
Just your fingers.
I don't want to be fingering myself in the... Oh, Jesus, David.
I don't want that either.
I don't want to be using hand mitts that are only on my fingers so that when I am scrubbing them, oh Christ. All right. I'm ordering these and I'm ejecting, and I'm not even looking at the chat, dude. Hey, they'll be here between 2 and 6 today. All right. No, I'm going to give you guys some. I'll even let you, well, I'm taking the purple ones. All right, there you go. 1076. You know what? It's just, Kings Pelicans tonight.
Yes.
Big game.
Oh boy.
Really? That's a great idea. On-screen phone call. Who's this?
Does the hand mitt help you with your girth?
Good morning. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
I'd like to order 20 hand mitts to go, please.
I mean, look, there's 30 of them. There's 30. I'll leave you a pair. I'll leave you a pair downstairs. I'm serious. You know what? I'll leave some signed hand mitts.
Are you ordering these on Temu? Where are they
No. Never mind. They're getting here tomorrow. I had to pay $2.99 for same day. I don't need them today. I'll say goodbye to my loofah. It's 30 pieces, 15 colors. They'll be here tomorrow. So we'll see. We're just going to give them a test. We're going to all use the hand mitts and then report back the next day to each other. It'll be a good segment.
Did you drop a loofah? You know where that's from, right? Stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I wish I was a loofah.
I do. Thanks, JR. I gotta. We're already. I'm in.
Slippery.
I'm in. Sometimes things just. It's like the and comment. It's like I don't. Sometimes it goes from my brain to my mouth, and there's not the
filter,
the weighing
delayed.
station.
Yeah.
Where you stop and break down. Is this a good thing to say out loud?
You didn't pay the toll. You just sped
right.
through.
Like when I messed up Kyle's name. It just happened.
I don't even remember. What was it?
I don't either.
Yeah, you do.
I definitely remember.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, you will.
Never forget.
Family Schlegel in the chat says nobody will be making eye contact the day after we use it. Oh, okay. One more time. We're just playing with fire. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. They're talking about hands. So I have a question. And you may know the answer to this.
Okay.
Recently, with De'Aaron Fox leaving, there was a lot of play of his old tape, and they went all the way back to draft night. And the guy who interviewed him on draft night, some guy from a major station, I guess, introduced him as someone who was right-handed in everything except he plays left-handed. Now, was he wrong?
That actually sounds right.
I don't remember that.
I think he's right. I feel like I've heard that before, that he golfs and does other stuff or whatever. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, because it's kind of amazing he could have been here that long and we wouldn't know about it, because there's only a few people like that. Brooks Robinson was one. He was naturally left-handed but played right-handed, but still signed autographs left-handed. And I
think Phil Mickelson's one. I've seen Phil Mickelson throw a football quite far with his right hand,
Really?
but he golfs left. Yeah, I believe he's the same way.
Okay.
He's a big boy. Mm-hmm.
I've heard that Tua is also one, that he is naturally right-handed but plays quarterback left-handed.
That explains it.
Wow, that does. Yeah, so maybe that's why we traded him.
It's just amazing that something so integral to his character could have been unknown here for 8 years.
You know what they call that? There's actually a term for that. It's called cross dominance. Cross dominance, also known as mixed handedness, hand confusion, or mixed dominance, is a motor skill manifestation in which a person favors one hand for some tasks while the other hand he uses for others. For example, a cross-dominant person might write with the left hand to do everything else with the right, or manage and kick a ball preferentially with the left leg. Very prevalent in racket sports, golf, etc. So I guess this is a thing. I mean, you know what? That would be a very interesting summer topic. Who are the most cross-dominant athletes of all time?
Yeah, Brooks Robinson explained his by the fact that when he was a kid, he went to buy his first baseball glove, and he went by himself. So the guy said, do you want a right-handed or left-handed glove? And he thought, well, let's see, I'm left-handed, so I'll take a left-handed glove.
Interesting.
Which meant left him throwing, learning to throw with his right hand.
It worked out pretty well.
You know, it did. Also, he was known as Mr. Hoover and the human vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Generally considered the greatest defensive third baseman in Major League Baseball history.
Craig Nettles.
Matt Williams. Sorry.
He's a ball player.
Let's just get to that. There's no hope.
Hey,
you
know what's coming up?
What?
A very special edition of Celebrity Birthday.
Oh, it is. Oh, I'm so excited. Crumble Chris is here.
He's in the building.
I saw him downstairs.
You confirmed it? He's here?
He is here. I've heard from sources. He will join us for Celebrity Birthdays, and we'll get a little cross-dominance talk with Alan Stiles. Hey, that's all coming up as we wrap the show mercifully after this.
Tonight, Kings and Pelicans. Team night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 rising from payroll, platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office, 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Discover unbeatable value at Folsom Buick GMC this President's Day. Drive with assurance and our 20-year, 200,000-mile powertrain warranty. Enjoy $10,000 off all 2024 Hummer EVs, plus 0% APR for 60 months for qualified buyers. Lease the 2025 Hummer EV for just $818 per month. These offers end March 3rd, 2025. Visit Folsom Buick GMC today, your EV headquarters for power, performance, and savings. Select units and check dealer for details.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends over at Jiffy Lube, and they want to show some customer love this month with their February oil change deals you can find online today. Visit jiffylube.com and find a service center near you to see these sweetheart deals, get it, during the month of February. Here's what you do. Drive into savings at jiffylube.com today and let yourself save in the month of February. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
At Stockton Honda, we know how to honor a great deal. Like right now, during our President's Day sales event, you can find star-spangled savings on some of our best models. Why not stop in today and see for yourself? Save thousands with low APR financing and great lease rates on over 500 new Hondas at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Carrington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531. 808-2531.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh, baby, it's a special edition. Because I think, I want to say the last at least one, if not two times Crumble Chris came in, I was either gone or on a fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing your diet stuff.
So I have not been able
on purpose.
Dude, today, like last night, I didn't even have dessert. Like I had all that lumpy at my kids' game. They had lumpy.
So you're ready.
I am like, you know how we like curbed our diet a little bit before we did the fast to prepare for the fast? I have prepared for a Crumble experience.
You're
today.
ready for this moment.
So ready. How are you, Chris?
Doing good.
And we were talking off the air. So Valentine's Day is coming up, and that is a strong crumble cookie day.
Definitely. We do probably double. Wow. So if we have a good day of sales, Valentine's Day is at least double that.
Really?
So it's a big day.
Is that the theme? What's in there?
Yes. Let me pull it out.
Oh. Yeah.
I brought you guys a new crumble.
Yes, hey, all right. Look at that.
Our new branding on this one.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Cookie slicer.
Cookie on the front. Yeah, cookie slicer, everybody.
It's a red box.
Okay.
We've never had red boxes before. So this is a special for Valentine's Day. It has a special Valentine's sticker and a bow. So
look at how pretty that is.
That's a really good gift.
Yeah. That is a great gift.
Flowers.
Yeah. Seriously, can't eat flour.
What is a double decker?
Wow. So yeah, we got the strawberry pink cookie.
Yeah.
Or pink cake.
It does. It looks like a rose.
Yeah. And then this is called chocolate covered strawberry.
Okay.
This is molten lava. So it has the chocolate fudge in the middle.
That's so great.
Yeah, it's really good. This is a sugar cookie. It just has heart sprinkles. It's
Let me tell you something. People roll over sugar cookies sometimes, and I'm telling you, done right, sugar cookie is phenomenal.
That's right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's the Valentine's M&M.
Oh,
so it's an M&M cookie with
white,
pink, white, and red M&Ms.
And is that a standby chip?
Just classic.
I see.
Did you bring any for the rest of the guys?
Well, there is another box just like this down in Scott's office.
Of course it is. I just want to be clear.
There's one of him.
Nobody, now that we know that, so nobody outside of this room and your show, nobody else is basically the five of us. I can't think of anyone unless there's leftovers for Whitey and Kyle, which I don't think there will be. And I don't feel bad. God bless them, but they always get food all the time. So these are no salespeople, no production people.
Nope.
They can go downstairs.
Go downstairs.
You can tell this is how much we value the product.
Yes,
that's
right. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I do have a question before we get celebrity birthdays, Crumble Chris. So I used to work at I won't name the pizza place, but I used to work at a pizza place. It had it looked like a little hut on top. It was red. Anyways, I don't want to get specific. And every once in a while we would have a mistake. Either the pizza came out wrong, more likely it was an order got canceled or something happened, and then we would put them in the pizza box and put them on top of the oven, and that would be for us to take home. I know you guys are darn near perfect, but is there a similar philosophy at Crumble? If there's a batch that didn't turn out to the perfect level of expectations we expect with Crumble cookies, that they might end up in somebody's stomach? I'm just asking.
So it used to be a lot more back when we were first opening stores.
Sure.
But it's now it's more of an art form
You've
now.
reduced,
Our employees.
I gotcha.
We don't have very high turnover with our employees. Our employees have been here for a long time, and they're really good. So it doesn't really happen that much anymore. But we do have cookies that, that haven't sold at the end of the week that we have to bake up. Then because we have to we don't want to sell out of cookies. So we have to have more. Than what we're
Right.
So with those cookies, each one of my stores, we have set up an agreement with a local church or soup kitchen.
Yep.
And we donate
that's great.
to the local church or soup kitchen.
It's funny because I also have a soup kitchen at my house. So, by the way, did you see that flex, by the way? That slut at each one of my stores.
Yes.
That's right. I love this guy. Celebrity Birthdays brought to you by our good friends each and every day. Crumble Cookies. Hey, listen, it's Valentine's Day week, and nothing says I love you guys. We always get in there. I don't know what to get. I don't know what she wants, or I don't know what he wants.
There.
I'm looking at it now.
That's a winner.
That's what they want. It is a guaranteed winner each and every time. So head into your local Crumble shop, and if you see Chris there, tell him Jason Ross sent you.
Yeah, please do.
All right, what do we got today?
All right, on this day, guys, in what year did the movie Groundhog Day come out?
What
February
a movie.
12th. What year?
Chris?
Came out
93.
after Groundhog's Day?
Yeah, it was going to come out, and people saw The Shadow, and then it came out 7 years later.
He said 93.
Who said 93? Chris said 93. That's a good guess. It's in that range. I'm going to say 91. By the way, the director said Bill Murray was actually trapped in there for somewhere around 86 years in the loop before he finally got
In the
out.
script, it was 10,000 years.
Was it 10? All right,
90.
so 90, 91, 92.
I really like 93.
Well, why don't you marry it?
I'll go with 92.
Okay, we have a correct answer. It goes to Crumble Chris.
That's how it works.
93.
That's how it works.
One of my favorite movies.
How about on this date in what year the movie Deadpool?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Are we talking Clint Eastwood or are we talking Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Just making sure. Because it was Dirty Harry, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Deadpool? Deadpool was like what, 2010?
Sure, 2011, I'll say.
2013.
And the correct answer, Chris Roulade?
2014?
He's closest, 2016. Happy
Whoa.
birthday to Scott Pollard.
51.
49.
50.
On the nose.
On the nose.
48.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan Stiles.
Come on.
50 on the
Big
nose.
five.
Happy
Have a
birthday,
good
Scott
one.
Pollard. Arsenio Hall.
Great show.
64. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
That's fine. 63.
65.
61.
Alan's closest, 69.
69.
Really?
Wow.
And we'll end with RG3.
Robert Griffin
Yeah,
the
can't get away
third.
from that guy.
Oh, let's see.
He can still play.
I want to see. I don't think he 38.
No.
No,
Not
I
that-
had 33. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
I'll
the
accept
Allen
that.
range.
That I went too old.
He's either 32, 33, or 34. I'm going to say he's 34.
32.
Alan's closest, 35.
35.
Darn you, Alan.
Crumble
There you
Chris,
go,
we
baby.
always appreciate you,
Thank you,
friend.
Chris.
Thanks, guys.
You
Thanks
so
for having me.
Crumble.
Thanks to Coach Jim Less. Thanks to Katie Christensen. Thanks to Shawn Salisbury. We're out of time. Alan's got a wonderful show today. Tiger Woods, Barack Obama, and Jim Belushi. I don't know if they're all going to make it, but they're scheduled for today. Stay tuned. It's Alan Stiles next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings